Ahoy, landlubbers, it's me, your Captain Vasco speaking. And welcome to Friday stream. This is right before Thanksgiving, the year 2021. Hashtag dating this live stream. That would make this November the 19th of 2021. From the seams of it, it might just be you and me here, dear viewer. But you know what? That's alright. This evening's game I chose mostly because I didn't want to be bothered with something difficult. Also, partially because, it's a holiday week coming up and a lot of travel this weekend, and just finished a game. Just seemed like a confluence of reasons to not get involved in a new game, where people might feel like they missed out and have to catch up to speed. And also, just last week's streams didn't go especially well. I figured, why not pick something wouldn't be particularly difficult. So we're going to play Dorfromantik. If you're not familiar with Dorfromantik, it is available for $9.99 on Steam, unless it's on sale, which I forgot to check. Also, my computer's behaving a little strangely, and I didn't catch it until shortly before going live. So I don't think I'll be trying to check that while I'm live. I think that will cause something to break. Technology. But yeah, Dorfromantik is a quaint game that a lot of people have described as. I don't know that I've ever actually heard someone say this name out loud, and so I've always mispronounced it until I've normalized that sensation. Um, but I've heard a lot of people describe it as a single-player Carcassonne, which basically means that you make a world out of hexes. And instead of, I don't actually know what the goal of that game is. I know of it. It's been in every game store since the dawn of time, but I've never played it. But basically, it just means that you will get randomly generated tiles, and you'll use them to build a quaint little European countryside for yourself. And if you match the edges of your tiles together and create continuous patterns of things like fields or forests or towns or whatnot, then you get bonus points, and certain matches will get you bonus tiles and things to extend your game. You have a finite number of tiles and are trying to make the biggest, most nicest dwarf. Which, German for town? Been long enough since I've played that I don't remember now, which I should, but that's on me. Yeah, I got a couple new things going on tonight, but I will touch on those when we get to them. Also, something that I didn't have enough time to set up that I found out was available to me, like 24 hours ago. So hopefully, by the next time I stream, not tomorrow, but the week after next, hopefully by that point, I'll have that set up, and I think people will be excited about that as well. Glad to have you back. Sorry for the technology troubles, but well, they just seem to be everywhere. There are a lot. Normally, there's like a lot of planes flying overhead, like early in the morning. I don't specifically know why that is. There's an airport relatively nearby, so that's obviously the explanation for the planes. But I don't know why they're so focused between like 7:30 and 10 a.m. is when it seems like most of the planes fly overhead. But for some reason tonight, I mean, I guess it's just there's probably more flights scheduled because Thanksgiving is coming up. But I don't know, man. It's a lot. I feel like there have been like 3 planes in the last half hour. It feels like a lot. How are things going? They're still going. It hasn't been a great week. Could have been worse for sure. But yeah, things have not been great. Do have some time off for the upcoming holiday, and that's that should help. Hopefully, gosh, I hope that's true. But for now, let's get started playing some Dorfromantik. I'm sure I remember how to play this game. I love that the cup has like a single friend in it. So weird. So I think that's working normally. you're gonna have to let me know how the volume is. Because when I started up Dorfromantik, it's been something like 3 months probably since I last played. That sounds about right. I think it was late July or early August, which probably puts it at about 3 months. When I started up, it just seemed so loud, so gosh darn loud, and I don't know why that is. I feel like I would have adjusted that in the past, but I don't know, maybe there was like an update or something that reset preferences or whatever. Everything was set to max and it seemed awfully loud. So yeah, if you've never seen Dorfromantik before, it's very Dorfy. You start with this just... You get one generic tile with nothing on it, and then you get this stack of randomized tiles, and you try to do your very best with it. And you know what? I gotta say, I like my first tile has a boat in it. That feels like a good start. I think I want to do this way. Because... I'm gonna do this like this. This way, the boat will have somewhere to go, so it'll start moving right away. Yes, I know how to play this game. The most important part is to get the trains and boats moving. I'm quite certain that no one would agree with me, but I think that's important. Yeah, sure, if we put this here, we could build the fields, you know, out one way and the houses out the other. And that boat's just gonna boat. You know how it is. Oh, that's right. They added tooltips at some point. I forget quite how this used to portray itself. I think it kind of just highlighted where the ends of the waterway were before, but now if you highlight over the quest marker, it tells you what you need to complete. Yeah, it's helpful. That's probably it. Is there a way? So if I connect the river out this way, then I get to sort of connect those forests, and those trees to the forest. There's two types of vehicles in this game, unless they've added something since the last time I played. Boats and trains. As you can see, of course. Boats will move along the waterways, and if we ever find a train, which we won't because the game really hates giving you trains. Don't know why that is, but it's true. If you do find a train, it'll go along the train tracks. And there is something in this game called a water train station. And the water train station allows you to bridge the gap between the two. Use it the same... The scroll wheel on the mouse is for zooming in and out, but you have a tile in hand, it also rotates the tile. So you'll occasionally see me do something that looks really weird. That's why that's probably happening. The reason this all feels very claustrophobic to begin with, but I'm certain eventually we'll spread things out and it won't feel quite so much. We should actually zoom out a bit to start. That's interesting. Another, like, big continuous lake tile with some trees on it. Might as well link all that together. And finally some houses. Exciting. Let's do that, and then also... Well, I can turn this two ways. One connects the house to the houses, and that just seems lovely. Or this other way, which probably makes more sense from the standpoint of not having the train tracks approaching the river, but we're just gonna see how that plays out. This does not feel like an especially good time. Could do like something over here. It has like... This tile just has like too much random stuff on it. It's like house and trees and fields. I'm like, hey, I don't have anything nearly that complicated. I'm like 8 tiles deep, okay? Let's do that. Well, I gotta tell you, I do feel like I would love to connect this little town square here think it's okay. The quest sort of finishes by itself. So I can start... Yeah, that's what I'll do. I'll put this here. And then the next time I get like a big house situation, I'll start building off this one random house here. And it'll still kind of be like one continuous town. I just won't get credit that way from the game. The game won't care. So I think that finishes off that little wooded area, which is nice. I could also build off these houses here. But I do kind of like having a little town area by train tracks. It's a thing that I do. Makes the world feel lived in to me or something along those lines. Yeah, something like that seems good. Then more houses. Yeah, right. Got a couple fountains. It's interesting. There's yeah, as you go. I unless they've added more, I think I've unlocked all of the various specialty tiles that exist in the game. But you can find them by sort of, you know, branching your town out far enough into the world and sort of finding one and then completing a quest associated with it. Quest being like, you know, add a certain number of fields or railroads or what have you. But for some reason, it definitely likes to give you some more often than others. Like, I feel like I get a lot of the fountain and clock tower and, like, less of things like water wheel or grain silo. They don't really have... I mean, some of them have some minor, like, mechanical function to them, such as the water wheel being part of the river. But for the most part, it's completely aesthetic, so it's interesting that it bothers to make that distinction. You know what? The houses go straight into this field. I'm gonna say that guy on the end is a farmer. That's what I've decided. Alright, looks like we got some rivers coming up. So, how do we want to play that? It's sort of just that they seem to be the same type of river, so I can sort of have them gradually slope into each other. Or I could try and build out and around. But actually, it's probably a good idea to have this bend away from the railway, so that doesn't cause me some kind of future headache. Oh, I ended up getting a perfect tile in there somehow. I, honest to goodness, couldn't tell you how that's possible. When you get a perfect tile, it means that you have matching edges on every side. And when you do that, you get, like, maximum score for the tile. And you get a new tile added to your stack, which extends your game. Let's see. Houses and trees. Oh. Oh no, we're in the... We need exactly one house territory now, huh? That's no good. None of that seems good. Alright. Actually, that worked out really nicely with this tile that was immediately next to it. This should be perfect on almost every side. Can't actually get a perfect tile until all 6 edges are there, but I think this is perfect on 5. Yeah, there you go. Plus 50 will do that. Let's see. Yeah, I think I like it like that. Hey, a single house. I needed one of that. Don't really know where I want this river to go. I'll just have it go straight north. Might want to connect these right away. I might let them do something weird. Straight doesn't really play into that particularly well. I haven't made a decision. I want to do... Sure, that seems fine. Need more houses here. Not sure this single house fits that all that well, so I think I'll We'll just fit this here so it continues that tiny row of houses over there. Really? Oh, I was gonna say I really need a tile with like a lot of different houses on it, or this is gonna get crowded real quick. But luckily, you check the lower right corner. It looks like we're gonna be coming up on one pretty soon. Sure, seems fine. Ah, darn. But this time with all the houses on it, wants only 13 total houses, and I think we're already at like 12 or something, maybe even more than that at this point. Which means that if we want to put this here to continue those other house quests we already have, then we'll miss out on the opportunity of this quest. Of course, I don't really have another great place to put it anyway. As both as I am to give up on a potential quest, I'm just gonna try that off. Okay. That curve is too steep for either end of my existing railroad. Super good. So... It's not a good tile for me right now, as it turns out. Well, it fits two sides pretty well. Feel like I'm not gonna find much better than this at the moment. Okay. Another expansive field quest. I think we'll start building that south of this new weird railway. I'm kind of close to some perfect tiles around here. I'm a little hesitant to block off my options this way. If I do this, I miss out on perfect tile here because I'm connecting a field to a blank edge. If I do it like this, same thing sort of applies to this one right below it. I'm gonna go this way. Now we have a new railway that should hopefully... Oh, look at that. It connects to the houses and everything. It's adorable. Love it. That was a pretty generous field here, connecting multiple angles. I think I like keeping the oranges together. I don't know what to do with these really sharp railway turns. They're just not all that helpful. If I put this here, the only way out of here would be either a train station or another like really sharp turn. I'll probably get at some point, but then I might have to wait before I can extend this part of the map. I don't know if that's great. But, like, I don't like any of... I mean, I guess I could make my fabled railway donut, which is just to connect 3 of these together and just make a little useless, defunct railroad track in the middle of nowhere. Yeah, I'll give this a shot. There's Straight River that... like a great place for it. Flip it this way because I seem to have more fields on the left and forests on the right, but I think any of that's going to work out all that nicely. Get some more houses. Yes. Ah, perfect. Now we can finally start committing to a forest over here. We'll keep building the town out to the right. as needed. We haven't really had a single giant forest anywhere. We had a small one going for a bit, and we closed that off. But now we can start building a big old forest over here, because not a whole lot going off on the southwest side of the map. And look at that, we get forest expansion right away. Nicely there. Already sort of ruined the perfect connections here, so I like just expanding this down. Kind of want to leave this area a little open on the top end of the fields for railway space if needed. Not sure we're going to get a great piece to fit here in the space between open field and forest, but I want to expand up that way. Or maybe I am better off sort of like branching around and finding a better connector. Is that a shot? Oh no, wait. If I put a tile here, it's gonna make my life real difficult with the railroad there. Yeah, I'm just gonna do this. I think this is probably my best option. Perfect tiling. Okay. Weird as this looks, I want to keep these blank edges together. Pretty easy, I think, to fill in these other spaces, so use the more specific tile where it seems most useful. I think I'm going to somehow try to have this do like a weird curve back in on itself. I think that's what my goal is. Whether or not that works, I don't know. Once again, trapped by... Like, I would love to connect this here. Seems like a great fit for that weird spot I just created. But, it only wants 8 fields total, and we have more than that in that chain already. So I guess we're going to start building a new field chain over here by the rivers. I guess it's good that I connected that field there. Seems alright. These forests are coming together weird. Normally, I feel like you get these just like big tiles that are just covered in trees, and you're like, yeah, just shove them together. Got yourself a forest. I'm getting these really specific shapes that like don't want to play nice together, so I have this like long serpentine forest. I don't know what that's for. Little hesitant to like build up by the railway until I have a better idea of where that might go. But this is gonna mark as far north as I want to go for the time being. Okay. I could use this as the first part of my weird swirly expansion. It's a bit of a struggle there because I feel like if I build the river any further north, then I'll be cutting off the field that I'm trying to put here. So maybe I just want to like that and let that sort of feed into the field as well. Like lengthening the town here feels a little bit awkward, but sometimes you get one of those awkward house with the field on the end of it tiles, and maybe they'll play nice together for once. Ooh, okay. I really like that somehow, like, every bit of railway I add to this thing somehow connects to all the houses. Fun little town. I like it there. It'd be a nice place to live. Part of me is unreasonably bothered by the fact that I have to add a single tree to this in order to succeed. Let's... I think I would like to do this. Then I don't have to worry quite so much about adding stuff around here, because now I kind of have a better idea of what direction this is going in. More houses. And a train station. These tiles are really valuable because one of the tricks to the railway and river tiles is that they only sort of connect to each other. There's certain exceptions, mainly what I call the lake tile, which is like, it's basically just water. You can kind of connect that to basically any endpoint. But particularly with train tracks and also most river tiles. You really can't just, like, put a house at the end of, like, a railway. But you can connect this to either trains or rivers, or both if you have some place where they're overlapping. Kind of feel like I might want to... Well... I mean, I have a few options, which you always do with this tile. It goes basically wherever you want it to. Put it, like, here. I'm not thrilled with that. Just aesthetically, it's not my favorite. I mean, I could, like, attach it over here to sort of have it be a train station for the town, which is a thing I kind of like to do. But at the same time, it's not all that close to town. Like a big empty gap there. Put it here and then use this to sort of connect the train to the river later. But currently I'm not entirely sure what shape the river's going to take, and I don't know that I want it to split. However, over here we already do have river splitting off to one side and a random train track that wasn't doing us any good. I think maybe the best thing to do is put this here and then connect the river to it. New quest house. How's that play with these? We got space for that? Okay. That's actually kind of interesting. If I, like, tilt the houses this way, I can sort of continue to build the houses off on both sides. Sure, why not? Wasn't sure where to put this, but look, trees fit so nicely on that one side. They don't fit super nicely on the side with the town, but that's fine. Any weird river bit that I don't know where it goes, it's gonna go here and then connect to that train station. Until I run out of the ability to do that. Wait. This one doesn't have a restriction on it. This one I could put in the space that I wanted to use earlier. I feel like they tweaked these lake tiles. I don't remember there being ones with so much land on the side, but this is the second one I've gotten like that. Maybe it's just an additional new thing. This looks super weird to me. That's odd. I don't really know where I want to put that. Which is kind of my way of saying, currently, I don't really want to put that anywhere. do this. Do that. And sort of have that river curve up into the train station. This one could connect to the top. I also just do something like this. Gosh, I just don't like the way that tile looks at all. Like my least favorite tile. I mean, I could just use it for its blank edges over here, and then anything I put around it is kind of just fair game. Hate that. Okay, more fields. Ooh, fields that connect to trees. That's a tough sell. Gonna have to go ahead and use that, I think. Speaking of trees, a non-zero number of trees, which extends this forest and gives me a successful quest. Every time you succeed at a quest, you get 5 more tiles to the pile. Some quests then give you like a bonus option, where if you complete whatever thing you've constructed, be it a forest, a big field, a town. I don't know if it works for trains or rivers, I can't recall. But basically, if you close off the entire shape, then you would get bonus tiles for each flag associated with, in this case, that forest. We just put a couple trees there, then we'll get 10 tiles. Actually, it doesn't matter what type of thing you do. Like, I could just put this field here, and it should accomplish the same thing. It's almost something good. You know what? I really like that. Field house. It's nice. It sort of continues this little impromptu forest I've got going on, and connects nicely with these blank tiles. Here, these two have pretty similar goals. It's kind of interesting. Ooh, and if I connect here, it actually connects to that tree, which is kind of nice. But this one doesn't conflict with the, it's like blank edge of the river. So that might be even nicer. Yeah, and I can connect the sort of reddish-orange together. I like it. I have to be careful about the specific number of fields we add there at any given time. Or if I can build sort of a lake and a forest here. If I just keep getting these tiles, I don't have another place I want to put them. Make a lake here. But like this one's got a bunch of trees that connects these trees together. It's kind of nice. House it together, but it does sort of block off the possibility of building this river the way I want to. I'm sure I get full use of this house while connecting over there. Another thing to note about this game is it has a great, if understated, soundtrack. Connect there. It touches all the edges nicely, but then it stops that forest that I'm kind of trying to build. Actually, you know what? I have just a small number of trees. Maybe that's a good place for it. I'll get a bunch more tiles, and the plan is to build the forest here, which probably won't work well in the long run, but give it a shot. think I'm gonna turn the house this direction because then it'll be closer to the hypothetical lake. And who doesn't want a lake house? That's so close to perfect. If the field just curved around one more edge, that would be like basically perfect. It wouldn't literally be because there's still too many trees. Gosh, I still want to do that, don't I? I think I should. It doesn't really work. How about here? Yeah, that's not bad. Yeah. Yeah. Now, I'd like to add exactly 3 fields here to this structure. We'd have 1 goal completed, but this one's really awkward because I have this tile that like wants fields touching it on every side, but at some point I'm like not touching it correctly because everything's off askew at an angle. So I think instead I'll connect that somewhere around here, like this. Oh. Keep town going. Let's do what I want. Look at that, it actually does. It means that little tops of trees. You know, if that little bit of trees was on the other side, this would be a perfect tile to add this portion of the railroad. But as it stands, I kind of think I want to extend that further south. Maybe. Yeah, connect that over here. Unfortunately, it doesn't connect the houses together the way I would like, but it's a little awkward over here. So I think sort of close that off. Stop worrying about this random curved bit of railroad track. And if I do get any more weird railroad tracks, I'll just have them come out at an angle or something. It's a good fit here. Okay fit. Ah, that's a pretty good fit, though. Trees can tie. Now, of course, you don't have to try and obsessively connect as many like edges together as possible. But if you do, it improves your score and is more likely to earn you extra tiles to extend your game, both of which will ultimately improve your high score at the end. And there is a leaderboard function for the game. It's actually really nice, I find, to... I don't typically play this game off stream. I've been thinking about it recently. But it's nice after like not playing for a few months to see your leaderboard score like take a total dive, because that means more people are playing the game, and I like this game a lot and I recommend it to everyone. So over here I do need to connect exactly 1 field at some point. I think this is probably a good way to do it. It does sort of mean that I will be obsessively connecting all fields over here for a long time, because this is a reasonably large field goal. What if I did... Here it wouldn't seem quite so bad. Put a silo on one edge of hypothetical lake. I kind of like it. This can be really tricky, because sometimes you're like, yes, this is the curvature I wanted for my river, and then it just like doesn't connect well on like any other side of the tile, and you're like, well, shucks. I think I might do that there. I mean, I could just like slap it up here. continue this wonky path. And up here it connects to houses. Not really a big deal, I don't think. If anything, my concern is the fields here, but I can't really... If I want to connect these together, which I think I do, then pretty much as close as it's gonna get. I mean, you can get a higher score in this game. Whether or not you can be good at this game, I'm not sure it matters, which is kind of nice. Like, the whole point is just to, like, make a cool town. It doesn't matter if you get a high score. A high score is mainly a function of, like, trying to expand your town. Getting more tiles means you can play for longer and you can make a bigger town. But, like, there's no wrong way to play the game. I think it's great. Yeah, I mean, I think this is just where all the weird railway tiles are gonna go to die. It doesn't fit here, and I don't think I want to put it there, because that's pretty awkward. It's gonna butt right up against, like, this entire coastline, or whatever. But here, that looks good. That. Oh, there are two different types of quests. There's, for example, exactly 3 train tracks to fulfill this quest. But this very similar looking railway quest is for 4+. So, if, for example, I had connected, like 6 train tracks going, like, straight south, and then I, like, connected that together with the existing railway here, I would fail the exactly 3 quest, but I would pass the 4. Because 3 wants exactly a certain number of train tracks at one point, and then, like, you're not penalized afterwards if you go over that. But, like, 4+ doesn't care. As long as you hit that threshold, it's happening. Do this and sort of, like, form the edge of the lake. But I'm not sure how many lake tiles I'll get. I think I'll leave it slightly more open-ended. I mean, I guess it's not all that much more open-ended. Sure. No, I know. It's just, I don't know. One of the things I like about this game is that, despite the fact that it has an inherent leaderboard built into it, it's not particularly competitive, and it doesn't really drive you to be competitive. But at the same time, if that's something you're interested in, you can go for the leaderboard. You're pretty much covered regardless. I really like how this fits in here, even though the house doesn't connect particularly well with that tile. I just like the way this field looks a lot. Oh, cool. And that field isn't exactly where I want it to be. That's okay. We'll start here. Like that just doesn't... That's not correct. That isn't what that should do. Hey, look at that. Told you that field with random house combination would eventually come up. Or river stuff. Imagine putting this here. It'd be the weirdest body of water ever. It'd be like the Ghostbuster symbol, basically. I don't know, now that I put that out there, I'm wondering if that's like... Is real lake better, or is bad, dumb, fake lake better? Well, you know, at this point, I'm not certain if they've patched out the entirely water tile. I don't think they have. I think I got one at the start. a little hard to tell because there's trees. But if that doesn't exist, we'll have to fill the space eventually anyway, so I'll hold off on committing to that right away. Just go north. Here. That's a lot of houses, huh? I have another fountain. Just non-stop fountains, really. That's not really the angle I want. I can put this here. I think all the straight ones are going to go in a line until I have a better sense of what's going on over there. That looks pretty good. I think edges facing the railway will usually work out. Guess this is what I want. I don't know. I kind of wanted just a weird looking curved connection here, but it's taking shape in a weird, unexpected way. What about this? Like those trees and those houses. I have some place that is a field that wants a small number of trees. Sort of. No, I don't think I want to do that. I think I need this area to fill out the field. I don't know, because I decided to put the bigger quest over here, so maybe I can't get away with just like plugging that there. You need to add exactly one more field at some point. Some perfect tiles in there. I think I have any place that wants exactly one field and like infinite trees. Ah, there we go. Found one. Well, that sound means there's like a quest tile over here. If we build over to it, it could be anything really. Structures for basically every type of continuous thing you can make. But once you've unlocked them as things that can be added to your like deck of random tiles, it doesn't matter as much what you find, but it's still like an extra quest. Like this tile will always have a quest on it, and so like it's another quest you could do to increase your score and get more tiles. Also, I probably should take a look at there's sort of like a meta progression of like various quests that you can do going along, regardless of what game you're in. Landscapers like literally just put down 3,500 tiles. Ocean is make a continuous body of water with 60 water segments. That's pretty tough. Self-sufficiency is just like make groups of closed fields that have at least 10 tiles in them. Yeah, for whatever reason, when we started this run with a boat, trains. I feel like the spawn rate on trains in this game was like basically negligible. I don't know why this game is just like yeah, except no trains. You know, I didn't notice that this lake tile had a 15 plus body of water quest on it, that's gonna be awkward. I don't know how I missed that. It's going to be awkward. Look at how nice that fits. It's a good fit. I like that very much. I don't have any idea what's going to go here at some point. Put that there. Not gonna be a perfect tile, but can't all be. A train. Shoot, shoot. Make the noise. It's not making the noise. Also, it does feel like... Ding ding. There it is. If we... Maybe a little loud. Trying to get the sound effects of the train to be louder in comparison to the music. Definitely something. I swear something changed since the last time I played. Something like that. Now you can at least, like, kind of hear the train. Before, by comparison, you could, like, not hear it. Yeah, I feel like when you're zoomed in this close, it should feel about this loud. This is probably right. Make the noise. It doesn't make choo-choo, it makes ding-ding. I like that it did it basically as I said it. It makes ding-ding. I was gonna say, did I just put this tile here? And I basically did. These tiles are basically the same tile. Means that they're best friends. These two houses, they're such good friends. No idea. I want this here because it fits with the field. I don't really know where I want the railway to go in the long term. Like, I feel like it makes more sense to have it curve up. Yeah, there's definitely a chugga-chugga. But I don't know if it's because... I don't know if it's one of those, like, onomatopoeias that doesn't translate correctly, like all the barnyard animal noises, which are different in, like, every language, even though the animals sound the same. But, like... There's definitely, like, a chugga-chugga, but instead of the choo-choo, you get a ding-ding. Did it again, like right after I said it's good. But yeah, I mean, there's nothing wrong with ding ding. I feel like personally, I would like choo choo, but I'm not gonna complain if the game's actually gonna give me a train. Like, never does that. Now, alternatively, I could shove this up here in Nonsense Junction. Yeah, you know what? I don't know, it is a quest tile. It's a little awkward. Because, like, I already have all these train quests. I clearly want to extend this. And I definitely don't want it down here. Do I just make, like, a really bad connection here? Yeah, I think that's what I do. I'm still not entirely sure what shape this is taking. It's taking a shape. Oh, look, it's full water tile. Ah, there we go. That helps. like almost what I want. Similar to, but legally distinct from the thing that I want. Place that. Oh wait, is this good? It's not great, but what sort of tile like what would work here? We got another forked railroad coming up. That's actually really exciting. I do kind of want the railway to go north and south from this like western end. But like yeah, in order to like connect this town properly, like it would need to be like house on 4 sides, blank on 1, field on another. I don't know if that tile actually literally exists. That might be nothing. That might be fiction. You know what? That's actually just a pretty good fit. I'm gonna go with that. And then... yeah, boy! Look at that. All those tiles. Hey! Nice. 69 tiles left in my stack. That's a good number. Look at that train go, taking full advantage of my weird tri-attack. No, don't think that's kind of it. I mean, if I did this, then I would have to have the railway sort of curve down around that. I don't know if that is actually feasible. What is that noise? That's a new noise. Is that the elk? Are you making elk noises now? Is that a thing? I think you heard that, right? There was like a spooky animal noise or something. Hey, Ice Bunny, welcome to the stream. How are you doing? Where would I want to put this? That would be a nice place. It would also be a nice place, but would require a very specific set of circumstances for that to actually work. Okay, I'm glad to hear that, because sometimes that's better than nothing, you know? I know, it's a pretty big risk to assume I can get 2 more great railroad pieces, but I guess any other ones I can connect on the other side? Give it a shot, I guess. I do think I like this. I like this looks slightly better. I mean, it gives 2 blank edges for the railroad, which seems like that's going to be more points, probably. I mean, this is shockingly close to the impossible thing. We need, yeah, like 1 more house and 1 less field. 4 a.m. on Saturday and the rest of the building is sleeping. Yeah, that is... I mean, that is definitely true. You know, some people like being up late at night, though. I mean, I know that, regular Neko will sometimes get upset when she gets on a normal sleep schedule. She'll be like, I don't like it. Yeah. Why did I get scores from over here when I put a tile here? What happened there? What was that? Well, literally, what was that? Feels like something strange happened and I can't explain it. That seems good. Definitely something like that. Now another one of these, huh? That's... might be a little bit much. Being totally honest, I'm not sure that we need, like, a million of these. That might not be necessary. Really know where else I would realistically put this. Apparently that finished one of my quests. So that's cool. Fields. So you still want, like, a field, huh? Yeah, that looks fine. There's that quest. Okay. Now, curve to the railroad. That doesn't connect super great anywhere that makes sense. So I think the one I like most is this one? Water train station, huh? There's definitely like cow noises now. But there aren't cows, there's just deer. I don't think there's any cows. There never were before. He says, I have no sleep schedule. Pretty much ADHD and natural owl. That's writing happens from 11 to 3 in the night. Yeah, I mean, that makes sense. I've always found that it's easier to focus later at night because there's less world happening. So, of course, most of my life I've been getting up super early. Doesn't work great. Well, you're due for some frost coming up. I'm excited. I don't think there's any 90-degree days in a 7-day forecast, which is very exciting because most of this year there's been like at least half of every week has been 90+ degrees Fahrenheit, which is a lot Celsius. I at some point I should really just learn that conversion. There's enough people in chat who use it that it would probably be helpful. I do kind of like putting a train station here, because then it's like the train station for the town. But also I would have the opportunity to, like, maybe connect a river out from here down to it eventually, and that'd be kind of cool. Yeah, metrics only. I hear you. I mean, I'm certainly not ambuscadrous. That's not bad. That connects the blank edge there. Might connect the field there. That looks like a pretty good tile, honestly. You need some straight railroad pieces at some point. Alright, so this field wants to get closed off. Quite do that with this tile. It's pretty good for him. Probably does behoove me to build this field further to the northwest. I could, like here, a great fit though. Do this. I think I like this. Hey, look what it is. Wow, it even has like, oh no, I wanted blank on the other side. It's fine. It connects a house there, and there's trees, because there's trees. There's just trees. Got a dead-end railroad piece, which I think is best served up here, since I already have like a double split. Precisely know what I'm doing here. Maybe someday a glorious field will go in this spot. House is always on the wrong side. Always on the wrong side. I said that there was low pressure on the Atlantic that could give snow, but that never makes it to Copenhagen. I mean, I know that feeling. Around here, like I said, it's been like 90 for half or more of the year overall, because most weeks it seems like there's 2 to 3 days of 90-degree weather, like, just non-stop here in Southern California this year. And I feel like for a while now, at least, I think from summer into fall, the forecast is always like, yeah, there's like areas of Southern California that are going to be like nice and cool and comfortable. This spot where you live, no, that's, we're sending another heat ray. Watch out for that heat ray. Okay, look, it sort of ruins this random field I don't care about, but, like, that's a good fit. You also need something there. Forgot about that. This actually mostly works? I can call that mostly works. Put that down. Yeah, I definitely heard stories of people already putting Christmas decorations out, even though it isn't quite Thanksgiving here, and some people consider that blasphemy. Not gonna lie, I've been feeling really anxious lately, just about general stuff. And so I've actually been putting off my usual early March to Christmas watching Hallmark Christmas movies. So far, my count is at 1. I've watched 1. And I think, like, 11 or something have been released. So, I guess I'm catching up to do. It'll give me something to do closer to Christmas with some of the TV shows I'm currently mad at finally wrap up what they're doing, and I can move on with my life. I've been really frustrated with television in general. Not that that's a really critical life experience, but I am someone who cares a lot about television, went into television production as a major in college. So the fact that I've really been struggling to find something reasonable to watch lately has been, I don't know, it's contributed to the anxiety. Now, some people say that the real difference between introverts and extroverts is that, like, introverts are sort of recharged by being alone, and vice versa. Like, I kind of feel like, to some extent, that's how I am with, like, television. It's like, if I have, like, a good TV show to watch, it, like, helps restore my, like, baseline mood, or decreases my Darkest Dungeon sanity gauge. Here. Where do I want the railroad to go from the train station? Like, down and around for sure. Like, where do I draw that line, I guess, is the question. I think immediately south of this tile is the answer. And to prove that, this. Okay. Some river. It's interesting that we have exactly one boat and exactly one train. Yes. I sort of know what it is now. Trees. Haven't seen trees in a minute. Okay, so since the trees do continue down this far, I think I will put this here. Great. Leave pond spaces open for the big old lake. Someone did recently recommend to me Altered Carbon, which is a show I knew of but didn't know very much about, and in fact had confused it with a different show that I'd heard bad things about. So I never really gave it a shot. I've watched 2 episodes of it so far, and so far I have quite liked it. And that has been nice because there hasn't been a whole lot that I've found lately that I've been excited about in that arena. Tried a few things. Most of them have turned out not great. If you were here last week around this time, you may have heard me talking about the TV show Dark from Netflix, which I don't recommend to humans to watch. It's very highly, critics seem to love it for very specific reasons, but it's, well, it's a whole hot mess. What it is. That's not. Connects trees and houses. What more can you ask for? You know what? It's probably better. It's probably better. My mom said she started to write a speech for her parents' anniversary next April. 50 years. That's quite the accomplishment. You know, this week is actually my parents' anniversary. I'm going to be 1,000% honest with you. I don't know which number it is. I should, but I'm terrible. This is the inverse of what I want this to look like. It's just comical how, backwards that is. Oh, but you know what? I feel like I'm making some weird, Stargate field thing. I can't really let the forest go. Oh, no, that's alright. I'm finishing the forest quest. So if I get any more forests, I think I want to put them somewhere else. Really like how stupid this looks. This looks extremely dumb. Yeah, I haven't had a chance to watch Arcane yet. To be honest, I kind of wanted to wait until the whole thing was out, because I know they were doing partial release. I think this weekend they're releasing the last set of this season, or however it's structured. Yeah, I kind of didn't want to have to wait for something and then figure out, 2 new shows to watch in a week. Look, I made Twitter River, sort of. Over time, I figured that was what I was going for. Why did I do this? I don't know. Alright, it wants me to make another big old forest. I've heard a lot of people... I've heard opinions from a lot of Magic the Gathering players who said... I mean, Magic the Gathering has been trying to make a Netflix show for, goodness knows how long. There have been so many, projects to make, TV shows and movies out of, the Magic the Gathering franchise that have all just gotten stuck in, development Hades that, I've completely lost track of how many projects there were. I believe currently they're working on an animated Magic the Gathering show, which would be kind of similar to Arcane in that respect. Instead of a live action, which I know that they've tried to put together in the past. And I've heard from a lot of Magic the Gathering players that, if Magic successfully makes something, half as good as that, they would be happy about it, so I feel like they must have done some stuff pretty effectively. But again, I have not watched myself. So, don't want to build this forest out more, even though that makes a lot of sense. Don't think this also kind of seems like a reasonable place to build off of, but I do eventually want to wrap the train around there. So maybe what we do is we start building here. Take a while to hit that number, I think. Actually, let's do it like this. It's because I don't know exactly what curvature of railroad I need there. Oh, look! I mean, that field's a little bit awkward there, but I'm going to take my straight train track and be happy with it. 43 years. Thank you, for answering that implied question in chat. He says, don't worry, I usually forget that my parents married in April. Normally, my brother has to tell me a week in advance. I mean, I remember the anniversary, but I don't know. It's been a long time since I've done something for their anniversary, to be entirely honest. Welcome to the stream, Cadies. How are you doing this evening? This even time? This is what I should do. I should put this enormous 41 field quest right in this strange, like, Stargate fixture I created for myself. Yeah, I mean, it's like a whole lot more like, I'm gonna do this. Though, it's really easy to get perfect tiles out of this type of field that's just field on every edge. I think I'll put that. Okay, I think I need this over here. Also not a great fit. The rivers and train tracks tend to lead you to throw away some points at some time or other during your construction of your Dorf. More big field. Does big field help over here? Like kind of? Like kind of his help? He says his grandparents keep trying to invite him and his brother on their anniversary dinners, and he's like, I'm more than happy to be the day after, but the day of is supposed to be about you two. Yeah, I mean, to be honest, I don't know how my parents feel about that. I don't think, but like, that's kind of where my head's at, is like, I am happy for you both. That's great. It's an awesome milestone. But, I mean, that's usually a them thing. Luckily, my parents' anniversary tends to be close to Thanksgiving, and then we're spending a bunch of time together and doing stuff. So I feel like you kind of get the best of both worlds that way. Hopefully my mom agrees. Because she is here in chat. That's rough, Ice Bunny. I wanted to do like a big, like, remarriage ceremony with a party, but yeah, like, coronavirus still a thing. That's rough. You think your grandparents who've been married for almost 50 years are probably like, we've been on enough. Some people definitely feel that way. I don't know, every relationship's different, right? I don't know what to do here. Kind of a mess. I feel like I want to do this. Doesn't really connect. Like, I don't know what type of fields I'm, like, hoping for to, like, fill in this area, but I guess I'm waiting for them. It's possible it might be time to start building a new house area somewhere new. Also, I mean, at some point I could build towards that mystery tile. It's like, I don't really want to expand this too much further. Ah, yes, it's on perfectly the wrong side. Love to see that. Oh, so by the way, there are a couple new people here. Let me mention real quick. I made a couple adjustments to the channel point redemptions. First off, I drastically cut in cost the Vasco Ventures. No one had redeemed it for a while. So if you want to play Theater of the Mind D&D with my die rolling button on OBS, you can do that for, I think I cut it to 2,000 channel points. I had increased it a lot just because I changed it so only one person can do it for stream and they have basically unlimited access for die rolling challenges. But also, I've put together some crude clips of both Sir and Babe from last week's classic 12 minutes. One of the only good things about that game, which turns out to be quite not good. These aren't perfect. I'm gonna try and get a better one for at least Babe. Sir's okay. Babe's got a little bit of, like, weird background noise to it. It's surprisingly difficult to get a good, clean clip because, A, that game doesn't have volume adjustments for individual levels. It only has a master volume. And B, basically anytime you can trigger the repeated sir or ma'am, in order to try and, you know, record it for the purpose of making an audio clip, there's something crazy going on, like Willem Dafoe handcuffing your wife, or your wife, like, unlocking the door and, like, muttering to herself under her breath. So it was proving quite difficult to get a good clip, and I lost patience with having to replay that game more, so we'll have to do that in short bursts until I get something I'm actually happy with. You do have access to that, in addition to Jason and Sean from Heavy Rain and Scraw from Unavowed. So I don't think I actually settled on where I want this tree thing, right? It's interesting to me, this tile is a completely different shade of green from all the surrounding tiles.
Jason!
Babe?
Yeah, I mean, the problem with Sir and Babe is that they are quite short individually. People who were in chat at the time we were discussing it suggested that they liked the idea of having them super short and, like, relying on chat as a group to spam Sir or Babe. But yeah, if you listen to Babe, there's like a weird, I don't even know what the sound effect is, but at the very end of the clip there's like brrr. I don't know what that is. It annoys me, but I couldn't get a better one before I lost patience with the procedure.
Babe?
Tony says, her parents celebrate the day they met all by themselves. The story that her parents met when Dad was lost in a labyrinth and your mom helped him get out. Oh, I didn't realize that you were a hero of Greek myth, Ice Bunny, and that your parents battled the Minotaur. That's very cool. I know that's probably not literally what you meant, but I'm just... That's headcanon now. That's just how that is. We don't want these houses. I don't like any place for them, and I always stall when this happens. Oh yeah, those are out now, right, Arcadius? You got Pokemon Shining Diamond. I haven't kept up super close with what all is new in that, but I feel like I saw some grumblings about people feeling like maybe these versions weren't everything they could be. I will say that I really liked Diamond and Pearl originally. They were one of my favorite generations. I like Red and Blue, X and Y, and Diamond and Pearl are my top 3 in some combination. I don't dislike most of the other ones, other than Sword and Shield. I do dislike some. Is that true, Arcadius? The remake wasn't done by Game Freak? I legitimately didn't know that. That doesn't bode super well, is my immediate reaction to that. That feels like that might not be great. The house, they go there. Okay. The river just goes north. Like, I don't know what to tell you. It just goes north. It just keeps going north. The river, it just keeps going north. There we go. That's the one I've been waiting for. 16, huh? You want your own whole field structure, huh? That's super rude. Where would I put that? I guess I'd put it up by this river. It just keeps going north, though. Is that gonna be a problem? I don't know. I didn't realize that, Arcadius. Diamond was your first Pokemon game? Yeah, I'm old. I waited for Pokemon Blue to come out. Like, I distinctly remember that issue of Nintendo Power that, like, described, like, the first few areas up to, like, Pewter City. And all the like, promotional photos of the original starter Pokemon and, like, agonizing over which one was best. And, yeah, it's so funny to me. I'm, like, so the opposite of a trendsetter. Like, I'm, like, never into stuff before it's cool. But, like, I was the only person I knew who was, like, really excited about Pokemon. And I was, like, so excited about it. And, like, it really was, like, everything I wanted it to be. I was, like, so thrilled when it came out. But then, like, for it to, like, explode in the US the way it did was, like, completely... I was, like, not prepared for that at all. Like, the fact that, like, other people, like, wanted to play the Pokemon card game and stuff like that. Like, people who, like, normally weren't into, like, nerd stuff. That was, like, a really strange moment in history for me. I'm like, wait, it's possible for other people to like the same things that I do? Normally, if I like something, nobody else likes it. It's, like, traditionally how that goes. It's not because you're young, it's because your parents wouldn't let you have anything to do with Pokemon until middle school. I mean, you're also some amount young. There's nothing wrong with being young. Nothing wrong with being old. I just happen to be old. Of course, I'm also some amount young, because other people would be like, 34 is not old. Yeah, that's probably what I would have guessed. Okay, is like people, like other people your age started with gold and silver. Um, I mean, obviously, I take it that you are a fan of Pokemon, but how did finally playing it stack with your expectations, considering you had to wait so long? Also, Ice Bunny said, that story sounds nice about the parents fighting a Minotaur. Maybe they go and kick a Minotaur in the butt on that day each year. The labyrinth in the castle garden. It's true, you never know what's hiding in a castle garden. I mean, if you play tabletop RPGs, that's probably even more scary. Yeah, I remember the brief period in time when I was, like, actually, like, trading Pokemon with friends. It's not a long period of time at all. I guess spreading the forest out is fine. It's fine. Very specific tile. Can I do something good with it? Kind of looks like no. It mostly looks like no. It's, like, always in exactly the wrong spot. It's really impressive how frequently that happens. You'll have, like, there'll only be, like, 3 things on the tile. It's like house, house, trees, and you're like, okay, I need, like, house, trees, house. Nope, Sorry to hear that, Ice Bunny. It's your granny died 3 weeks before her 97th birthday, but she called you young on the days you felt old. Yeah, I mean, it's definitely all a matter of perspective. But lately, everything seems to make me feel super old. I can put it here, I don't want to put it. This is a bad fit. so kind of close to the thing I want it to be. Actually, you know what? I think this is close enough. Random houses in this field. I want it? Yes. Pretty sure I want that thing. Oh, good. It's another house tree's house. That one at least kind of works here. Some more full wrist. And some more full wrist. It's gonna be... Looks like a heckin' lot of fields there. Why, when this dwarf is done, they're going to call me Mrs. Fields. And I'll be like, that doesn't make any sense. There aren't any cookies here. I don't like this type. Wasn't there some place? Oh, that's right. I'm going to make, like, a weirdly specific field tile farm up here. Did it. It's not great. Really, I would like to put something here, but, like, I haven't yet found a tile that brings me joy. I mean, that's like almost good, but it isn't. Doesn't do much. I think I could do better than. Just don't have to connect on that tile. So sure. Single house there. Now these random houses look more intentional, now that it's happened several times. What? You know, I want most of these railroads to go. I kind of want a lot of, like, straight railroads. Yeah, I like how nauseatingly serpentine this is getting. That's good. That's close to something I would like to do, but it isn't. It's not it. Where is that? I mean, technically that river just keeps going north if you hear what I'm saying. Curve out into the abyss. I feel like I can do better than that. You know what? I think I do still sort of need a place to, like, build out houses, right? Maybe because this happened, we're just gonna take that as a sign. And, like, start building, huh? No, these don't actually connect, but hopefully when I do this, they will. Yeah, I wanna like that. Even though that specifically doesn't do the thing that I just said I wanted it to do. And that kind of works. Great. Ooh. Pretty good. Yeah, that's pretty good. have these all field tile field. What? Yeah, we're gonna do this. And then some houses. Yeah, this one does the thing, and guess what it has? It's another fountain. Really likes to give you those. Does this bring me joy? Alas, it finally does. Look at all those tiles. Very good. Okay. I want like 1,000,000 straight railroad pieces. I think first one goes here. I mean, the trick down here is that I kind of want... No, actually, I probably do want a straight one here. I need to, like, sort of keep to the curvature of this town. But that means, like, I have to kind of start straight. For some reason, I was thinking I wanted, like, an angled one, but that would, like, terminate in this dead end here. So, this one goes here. That's not very helpful. Gosh, it wants like a real big forest. All is said and done, I want this single house just like lost in the woods. Really tempted. For some reason, I really want to continue this string of houses that, like, branched off the original tile here. Because, like, just as I was extending the original railroad, it just kept building the houses out, and I kind of wanted to, like, keep doing that up until, like, this point. This is okay. Possible I could get better someday, and I might want the houses for this. Yeah, that's probably better. Gonna limit how ridiculously serpentine I can make the railroads, though. Just gonna do that. And another remarkably similar-looking tile. And then, whatever this is, have a home for that. I don't want to do that. That's not bad. That isn't bad. I don't really want to leave that space open. It's been open for a really long time. I want to just, like, build off this end over here, so I'll do that. And speaking of building off this end, just kidding, I need 2 fields before I can run. So let's plug this into the catch-all weird field time station. Words aren't a strong suit for Vasco today, huh? Alright, this one has 2 fields. Yeah, that tile's already janky. It's not gonna be perfect. I think that'll work. Hey, another straight railroad tile. That one doesn't belong there. Instead... Nah, I want the sharp... I want the angled turn, not the sharp turn. The sharp turn is the rounded one, because it's a harder turn. I think is a more helpful descriptor. I think I want like a straight down river and then a soft turn river. The thing that I want. I want a soft turn river there also. actually. Curve this up for no value at all. Brings that field into touch with the rest of the fields. Guess that's good. Okay, more house quests. Yeah, I like that. I like the way that looks. Quick skim. Do I need just like some forests any place to like tie the room together? I think so. It's almost what I want there. Try to remember that's there. It's not actually the thing that I want right now. I feel like they've tweaked the shape of forests. It seems a lot less common to get a tile that's just like loaded with forests now. It has been months since the last time I played, and then I played like one time on stream then as well. Hey, what a train station. Can I do anything interesting with that this time around? I'm not certain where I would want to put that. Now, hypothetically, I've been trying to build this, like, fancy lake here. Toward the middle of the map. And I kind of wanted to build a little river off of it and have it connect down to the train station over here. But, I mean, it would sort of extend the lake a bit. Like, I kind of just want, like, these 6 tiles to be lake, so maybe put this here, and that's the sort of, like, bridge point where it becomes river. You know, hopefully someday boat. Boat would be neat. I don't know if that'll work as well as I want it to, but I'm gonna try. Trees connect to this. Or some houses with no other mining features. House with a bunch of forest doesn't connect to any forest again. Even if I connect these two, it doesn't actually connect the forests. That's just embarrassing. What if we, Oh no, because there's forests on this side too. That's pretty awkward, huh? Get there anyway. Oh, this might have been better. Regardless, you're past that point. Quest. Gosh, it's just lots of houses and forests. That's all we have now, huh? Uh-oh. What is this horrid tile? Wants to be train track and river? Have a thing for this? Like, no, right? Like, I don't think there's, like, any good place for this. I could. Yeah, that doesn't work at all. That works very bad. That all looks not good at all. That's kind of interesting. I mean, I kind of wanted this river to connect to this water train station, but I had always sort of intended to connect it down here. I also wanted to connect it up here. But what if I did this, and then connected the river all the way up and around to that weird branch in North River. I mean, it's still a very bad railroad, but there's not, like, a lot of places that I could put it. It's just very bad. It's just a bad time. Then we should thank you for the 50-month resub. How are you doing? I saw you weren't, feeling super well on Twitter. I'm sorry to hear that. That whole situation sounded really rough with, getting your dad sick and then catching it to the family. Woke up. Feeling better than earlier? Is the sleep helping at least? Gosh, I hate this tile. There's like no place I would want to put it at all. Yeah, I mean, I think my best... Like, really the only things I could do are, like, jam it up here. Just, like, forget it exists. God, it's so bad. Or, like this. I guess it's just this, though. This is the worst. This train station is an actual tragedy. Made chicken soup, sleep, and tons of pills. I mean, that's definitely a recipe for success to some extent. Hey, how are we doing on that river quest? Almost halfway there. That'll never get done. Just letting you know that right now. That isn't going to happen. Need, like, different curves than what I've had for that to work. Now, you know, if there's one thing that I've heard said about this river, it's that it just keeps going north. Try and keep, like, the forest butting up against the town to some extent. Connect to those trees and then connect the houses later. Hey, that's almost pretty good. That's almost pretty good enough that I'm putting it there. Great. That's good enough. Do you all see what I see? Right now I have a tile with 2 fields on it. But right after that, coming up next on Dragon Ball Z, it's a train. Oh yeah, I don't actually remember if I mentioned it earlier. I was feeling super anxious before the stream, and so the thing that I decided to do was to try and fix something. And of the things available for me to try and fix within a reasonable time frame, I started messing with the noise gate, which, as you probably know by now, I don't like. I don't like the noise gate, it makes me unhappy. But it should be better! I don't know that this is correct, because I haven't really had a chance to test it all that much, but it should be working better than it was. By a decent amount. And the funny thing is, literally no one has complained about how bad it is, despite it being extremely terrible. But people will sometimes make comments about things that, like, aren't really that big a deal, as if they were a big deal. But, like, this is a problem. This has been bad. And no one seems to care but me. And that's fine. It's just remarkable, is all. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna reach this one out towards the mystery tile, and hope that it is field-related. Train. Where does... I guess, like, here, right? Oh, it has a quest on it, huh? It has a ding-darn quest that I don't at all care about? That's a tough one. Do I try and preserve the train quest? I would need to add a lot of train tracks to this, like, throwaway garbage dump up here. It's really tough. I really don't know what to do about that. It just doesn't seem good. I can do this though. Is this helping? Monday off many moons ago and have a 3-day weekend to fight the cold. That's definitely a plus side there, Demolition. And one of the things that's been kind of a bummer for me lately is I have like 2 coworkers at my job that I'm pretty close friends with, and one of them put in her 2 weeks notice this Monday, officially. She had already taken a job offer to start in like December. But that's been going on. And then in addition to that, my other coworker, the one who's not leaving at the end of the month, is taking the entire next week off. Just a bummer, man. That's a bummer. Where do I put the train? Chat, hey chat, help me out. Hey chat, hey, hold on. Buttons for this.
Sir?
Hey sir, chat, hey sir. Where does the train go? Does it go up here? Where I can win the quest, but like will be miserable about it? Or do I just like toss it down here where there's actually like a railroad?
Sir?
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 The sir is pretty good. The sir does not have like a ton of additional background noise. It's very difficult to clear out the background noise. Babe has more than I would like. I really need to fix that at some point when I can tolerate playing that game for more than 2 minutes. It always ends with Sean, doesn't it? I mean, I guess this will give us something interesting to look at up here. Ting, ting, ting. Scraw? Why scraw? Hey, that's pretty good. It's awkward. But so is the space. You made a perfect tile out of that. I had a strong compulsion to call someone an idiot as if I dunked on them, but I don't know who I would be referring to in that position. That's fine, I guess. Doesn't really matter what happens out here. What happens in Westwoods stays in Westwoods. That's not really anything in particular. It's not particularly anything. Do I have... Is there some place that wants, like... single woods and 2 houses? Don't want to mess with that. How have I gone this... I literally think I've gone this entire game without tile that only has 1 field on it, which I feel like normally I get like 12 of in a row, routinely. Nice, Delish. I appreciate the cool sunglasses on the Ahoy emote there. And I have some more time. I am excited to make an update to the stream. That should be pretty good, but I don't think that'll come until December. Just because I think it is unlikely I will be motivated enough to make the big change, like, immediately after stream, and even then I don't know that it would take effect until tomorrow. Or rather, take effect by tomorrow. And if it didn't, it would just be a strict downgrade, so I think it's gonna need to wait a moment. I don't want to put it here because I want to surround this with field tiles because it's an easy perfect. I mean, I guess just here. Yes. I don't really see a good place for it. Finally, like a tile that actually fits good someplace around the big field. Hey, I've been waiting for you. Yeah, I think that's what I want. Single field and forest and house. A weird combination that doesn't play nice any particular place. Oh my god, it's like the mirror opposite of this one. Even has a red house instead of a blue one. What does it mean? What does it mean? Oh, I don't think it makes sense to cheer this for my parents' anniversary on my stream. Well, thank you. I appreciate the sentiment on behalf of my mom, who is here in chat. Of course, you don't have to do those things at all, but I appreciate. Honestly, I appreciate you stopping by. I know you're not feeling well. How was your week going before you got sick? Have things been improving? I know it's been a rough patch there. It's also not necessary to round out the bits that you had on hand for the purpose of doing something that wasn't necessary to begin with. But thank you very much, Devilish. Appreciate it. And I think that worked. Work's been rough, but is better. Well, I'm glad that is better. I don't know. I keep getting these fields in such odd... Oh, wait. Is this... Hang on. Is this something? There it is. That's... Found it. Do I need... Here's a quest flag I will never complete. Oh, I need exactly one field. Well, I guess I know where this one goes then. Up here in the pity pile. I guess like this? I don't strongly care about the points up here. The points don't matter. Making weird noises because all my thoughts ran out. I have no more thoughts. Sure. A lake. Why is it so janky? Curve it like you ought to. What is this about? Be a bummer, lake. Know if lakes have different proportional size now. I'm very confused about the change or addition of lake technology, but I gotta hold out hope there's a better tile than this. That looked ugly. I should took the whole week after Thanksgiving off, so 3-day weekend, 2 days of work, Thanksgiving weekend, week off, work a week, 1 day on the 13th, another week off on the 21st and 22nd. That's a complicated month you have coming up, but that sounds like a pretty good plan overall. Hopefully the sort of minimally focused work periods will help you recharge a bit. Get the $1,000 bits donation badge. I don't think there's a ton of people on Twitch with that. You should wear that badge with pride and honor. Although of course you don't literally have to wear it because there's only so many things you get to display. This still doesn't work over here because I still need exactly one field. So I guess it's just so many random trees in this field. Oh, speaking of trees and field, look, it's everyone's favorite. It's Dead Tree Field. Connect this. Sure, wait. Oh, no, wait. This is a single field. This is a single field. This field is one. It belongs there. Where it touches the trees that aren't doing anything. Someday I might expand this, 5-space gap that has existed for much of this entire playthrough. Does this do... quite get it to do what I want, but I'm pretty sure I want it here. Huh. It's frustrating how close that is to being exactly the thing I want, and yet it isn't exactly the thing I want. More tree. Okay. So now we have, like, full lake tile. That's somehow worse than before. Don't love that. Not sure which one of those counted as perfect, but sure. Speaking of, my sister's moving song has been interesting to follow on various socials. I haven't kept like up with the up to the minute updates. I have a lot of the broad points. Yeah, we were talking about that a little earlier, Demolition. I do believe that this weekend they post the last of the episodes of Arcane. And the reason why this comes up is because my sister now works at Riot Games, and Arcane is a TV show based on the lore of League of Legends, which is the primary product put out by Riot Games. It's their flagship. The other games that they've made, to my knowledge, also all branch off that same like mythology, though. So, if you're into like Legends of Runeterra or the other ones whose names I don't know, then you may also have interest in that. We just watched that train for a few hours. The one that basically can't go anywhere, the captive audience train. We can watch it for a while. It's very good noise. I had a really extremely bad idea for, like, channel points redemption. And it's, I mean, A, it's a bad idea, and B, it's a worse idea because I feel like it might genuinely risk some, like, extremely stupid, like, copyright strike situation. But, like, at least for, like, the purposes of, like, Dorfromantik streams, I thought it would be funny. This was one of those, like, funny bad ideas in my head that shouldn't be done. But, to have, like, a animation of like Thomas the Tank Engine creep extremely slowly across the stream while playing the Thomas the Tank Engine theme. It would be good for nothing. It would be extremely upsetting. But at some point I just had this thought and I'm like, it's funny, except it's only funny in theory and isn't actually a good idea at all. It's very bad. Yeah, I mean, I've never personally gotten too much into any of Riot's games. I definitely, like, I respect Riot a lot as a company in terms of, like, I was saying this to my mom in relation to my sister starting working there. That, you know, like, Riot made League of Legends, which is, I don't know exactly what the source on this is, but I've heard it is like the most successful game on the planet Earth, which doesn't sound unrealistic, to be honest. And something that I find really impressive about the company, I mean, I know it's had storied past with certain issues, but most companies do these days, frankly. But one thing that I really respect is that, you know, they sort of realize that, like, League of Legends has all this, like, lore and story that people could get interested in, but the game itself isn't necessarily accessible to, like, casual gamers or certain types of gamers, or even people who aren't gamers at all. So what they started doing is, like, taking all the same story and creative ideas that they had and, like, branching them into other games. I mentioned specifically before Legends of Runeterra. It's their, like, version of a collectible card game. And it's one of the only Riot products I really know much about because, you know, I'm a sucker for collectible card games. So when it came out, I, like, watched a bunch of coverage of it. And, like, I never, like, went in on it exactly. Like, I never started playing it myself. But it has some really interesting ideas. And I think it's just a cool idea to be like, all right, well, we had success with this one product, and rather than just, like, trying to make a bunch of, like, bad sequels to our game or something, like other companies might immediately think to try doing, they're like, why don't we just, like, take this good idea and apply it somewhere else with, like, a different appeal that will draw in more people. This tile, I hate it. Here's that good music. Sometimes you just have to play Dorfromantik, you know? Can't put that there because I want the water to go there. Hey, close enough. I can't go there anymore. I do sort of need to make... I sort of need to, like, railroad at some point if I'm going to finish this quest. Put that there. Oh, that's... I don't want this tile. Can I not? Can I not have this tile? Is that an option available to me? Ugh. Now, I guess here... Like, if I put this here... It, like, almost definitely makes it impossible to connect the river that I want to connect. Of course, Demolition. Really understood. Said you've personally been off-put by big IPs. Most non-movie Marvel properties. I think it's actually good artistically as well as a large fan base. How can you say no? Yeah, no, I mean, I totally get that. I mean, I'm kind of the same way. I don't know if it's some contrarian, like, element of my own nature, or if it's the fact that, as I was saying earlier when talking about, like, when Pokemon came out, the fact that, like, when I was younger, like... nobody seemed to have interest in any of the same things that I did, and like how that felt kind of like isolating. I don't know if that is like part of why like I'm sort of inherently off-put by like it. For me, it's more about like hype, as like nebulous a concept as that is. Like if I am just to like stumble upon a thing on my own and like find that I like it and then like discover that like other, like a good example of this is like Squid Game, because like Squid Game is just like the sort of thing that I would watch. Like it has like a somewhat similar premise to like the Zero Escape games, which are like my favorites. So like the fact that it was like similar enough, I'm just like, oh, like yeah, I'll like definitely watch that. Like it doesn't really matter to me that it's in Korean or anything. Like that's fine. So, like, I watched that, and then, you know, like, 2 days later, it's like, the world literally can't stop talking about Squid Game. It's, like, ruining the internet because, like, you can't... Everything is just Squid Game now. There's even Squid Game coin, which is somehow a real thing. And so it's like, it doesn't bother me that it's hugely popular because it's something that I already just, like, inherently like. But, like, there's lots of times that, like, I'll hear from, like, a bunch of people, like, oh my gosh, this thing that, like, doesn't look good to you is so good. And, like, I find that, like, a really high percentage of the time, like, even when I give those what feels like as fair a chance as I can manage, like, I end up, like, really disliking it. And I'm like, yeah, I mean, I guess if people didn't say it was, like, such a great thing, maybe I would have liked it okay, but I don't really like this thing. Would make something terrible look pretty. It definitely does accomplish that, Ice Bunny, I agree. So this works in theory, yeah? In theory. Demolition, I'm gonna give you another cannon fire. I'm suddenly struck by the notion that, like, I feel like I was not appreciative enough of your many bits for my parents' anniversary. Which is the thing you definitely don't need to do, but still. Sorry if that came across ungrateful. I was not expecting it. And my brain is dumb. Dumb person. I have not been functioning. I have been really struggling lately to like keep my productivity up at work and just like accomplish like basic stuff in my life. Like I spent like 45 minutes or something trying to get those Sir and Babe clips this week for channel point redemptions, and it felt like the hardest thing to do in the whole world. It felt so difficult. Like everything feels so hard right now. I'm like really, I don't even know how to describe it accurately. Is there some place that needs one big field? That. Got my perfect tile. Okay. Now I got a forest. Might overdo it at times. Players at various badges. You do have a lot of badges, you know. Well, you can accomplish making people smile by just showing up, Demolition. Have to, like, you don't have to do those things. I swear there's just, like, phantom cow noises now. I mean, I assume that one was supposed to be the deer, but there have been some that definitely just sound like cow or, like, generic space beast or something. I don't know, man. I do not know. Cow tiles do not seem out of the question for some type of DLC. Can you imagine if I put this tile here like an absolute lunatic? It has like exactly one space that isn't field, and then I connect it to something that has one space that is field. Ugh. Might be where I want that. Actually, what if I did... Yeah! Actually take advantage of the same thing that I was just having a weird brain fart about. Man, this tile is useless. Where would I put this tile? Nowheresville, Daddy-O? Agreed, Scat Vasco. Oh, I do want this. It's like, I feel like I wanted end tile for a railroad. Not a great fit here. I wanted this. Lake tile. You're just gonna look horrible. Oh no, look, it's the right size this time. I'm very excited about that. Look at this lake. I swear this is new tile. I don't think anyone else can quite remember to confirm this, but I swear it used to, like, the closest thing that existed to these weird lake building tiles was, like, the tile I used to call lake, which is just all water. And those still exist. We have seen, like, 2 of those now, I think. Like, just look at this. This is nice. Yeah, I haven't read any patch notes since, like, late spring, I think. And I've only played, like, 1 time since then, and I don't think that that tile was in at that point, because I feel like I would remember it. Then again, I'm wrong about stuff, like, a lot. It's literally going to say, I'm wrong about stuff, like, a lot sometimes. Kind of feels... Why would I do that? Now I can't go further north. It'll come back together. It'll come around again. Am I actually closer to finishing? Disaster radius? Yeah, but I think I want to do this anyway. Motion says, work was supposed to have an in-person thing on Wednesday. The gas and heating broke, thankfully. At lunch and not the entire day, which would ruin your productivity. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Definitely had, like, work experiences like that, where it's, like, kind of just supposed to be part of the day, but it definitely ends up eating the whole day. Like, back when my current job had an office, stuff like the Halloween party would, like, definitely, like, ruin most of the day. You would get, like, nothing done. Yeah, I'm really happy with the lake. The lake and Twitter River are the hallmarks of this, and I kind of like the fact that they're within spitting distance of one another. People are honest with your manager who couldn't comprehend that people wanted to stay home and chat with cams off. Yeah, right? Oh my gosh. I'm gonna, you know what? It's safe space venting Dorfromantik. I'm gonna complain about something. This hasn't been as big a problem lately, but there is one of my coworkers who just likes to spontaneously, like, video call people. And, like, I have, like, a neurotic response to this that is not an appropriate level of response. But it makes me intensely anxious and angry. It makes me very angry. Not just like, I don't want to do this. Like, I get, like, very upset when he does this, because it would be too complicated and, like, also somewhat embarrassing to even try and explain it. But, like, it's just very triggering for me. So I just hate it a lot, and I want him to stop doing it. And he hasn't done it for a few months. He actually literally did it for the first time in a while earlier today. But, like, he had, like, that same mentality of just, like, oh, man, like, I just want to, like, call a bunch of people and see you. Like, I miss seeing people's faces. I'm like, dude, I'm, like, working from home. I, like, shower after work so that I can, like, try and streamline my day as much as possible. I, like, work, and then I work out, and then I shower. So, like, I don't wanna, like, look presentable for some, like, random, like, non-functional work call, like, unscheduled in the middle of the day. Like, I have no patience for that. I just don't. One team at your company has a daily video call for 30 minutes at the start or end of the day. Oh, I hate that. I hate that a lot. Yeah, what does that accomplish? Like, reducing productivity, like, somewhat drastically? Plus, like, isn't it pretty widely known that, like, a bunch of studies happened during, like, during 2020, where people were sort of like, huh, there's, like, actually, like, a really enormous psychological fatigue to spending a bunch of time on Zoom calls all day. Like, isn't that kind of just, like, established? Don't we know that as a society now? Where would this tile? Someday I'm gonna find the perfect tile for this space. Someday. Oh man, that's pretty good. That's not perfect, but that's pretty good. Does that generate some type of problem? No, it doesn't actually. No, that is particularly helpful. I don't. That's no good. That doesn't do anything. That's not helpful. This forest sucks. I've made, like, the worst forest in the world. No, I hate that a lot. It's very bad. Forest. This is just not a good forest. I also hate this field because this is like the third or fourth time I've tried putting something here instinctively, and it clearly just doesn't connect. It just doesn't. Sure, I get. Yeah, I guess I can understand how, like, some extroverted types struggle with the idea of people not wanting to talk all day. And, you know, like, I definitely understand their struggle that they, like, can't just, like, walk over to someone's desk and have a chat with them or whatever. I've never really been wired that way, so, like, a little harder for me to, like, fully relate to that. But I do get it. Look! Look! Look, everyone, look! It finally happened! It's one field on a blank tile! And then the game is somehow going to point out to me that this isn't the correct tile for this place, but I've been waiting all game for this! Yeah. I think... I can put this here. I have a bunch of fields on it. Do I have, like, a better thing to do with this? With that in mind? Not really, right? Not really? Yeah, I mean, that's not any better. Okay, so let's do that. So now the train has a little donut. Okay, I'm gonna try and understand this. Demolition says they had a call. He's the only one with his cam off because he's sick today. Literally everyone ripped into his manager after she announced that the company is signing up with another company to do the work that his department that's basically only him, and split up his 60 clients to all 7 coworkers. So they don't interact with your job now, but they are going to interact with some, like your current coworkers are going to interact with a fraction of your existing clients. Oh, wait, your manager got so overwhelmed not understanding the situation of everyone being mad and told everyone to just smile? That's horrible. That's very bad. That's so extremely bad. I hate that a lot. So the outsourced company would be doing the work, and they would just have to, like, essentially double check it. I mean, yeah, you should definitely be included in that decision, I would think, but I've definitely had managers who would, like, do that sort of thing to me, where it's like, this affects almost exclusively you, and I've decided to make your job worse for no reason, and I'm like, could you have asked? It doesn't seem like it helps you to make my job worse. In fact, it seems to make my productivity lower, and I hate you more. I had something much less dramatic, but similar happen, this week. One of my coworkers has this weird habit of, like, basically, you know, my company interacts with a bunch of radio stations across the country, and, each one of us is assigned, like, a certain subsection of them. I don't know exactly how those are divvied up, but there's some system for it. I think it's based on some combination of, like, I think the general idea is they try to give us, like, a relatively equal number of stations in each time zone. I don't know specifically why, but that feels like that's the basis of it. And next week is going to be horrible for work for me. Like, this like third-party company that we're working with had a bunch of stuff that was supposed to start in December. That was, like, already going to be bad, and then they're like, just kidding, with almost no notice, we're gonna set it up so all of that starts, like, the week after Thanksgiving, which means the half week of Thanksgiving is going to just be a dumpster fire. Have fun. And so, like, as a result of this, we've been getting, like, all these emails about, like, alright, you have to contact these people as well, here's their information, blah blah blah. And, like, one of my coworkers, whenever we get, like, new assignments for stations, seems to just think that any new work that she would get is done in error, and, like, puts in these requests without consulting anyone to have, like, the department who, like, assigns these things just, like, do whatever she wants without getting approval from anyone. And they kind of just do it most of the time. But, like, she tried to assign me a station based on, like, just bad information. It was like, oh, like, Vasco already has, like, a similar station, so he should just have it. And I'm like, well, hold on. No, my station is also brand new. There's no more reason that I should take both stations than you should take both stations. And in fact, you've reassigned a bunch of stations in the last few months, and I have done 0 of that. I think perhaps on this occasion, you should take both of those 2 stations. And, then she erroneously claimed, I have the most stations of anyone. And I'm like, I'm pretty sure there's no way for you to even check that. But if you can prove it, I will take both of the stations and not say anything else. And then she, then she just got mad and more childish until eventually she just threw up her hands. It was fun. That was a fun half afternoon where I didn't get very much done because she kept being belligerent and complaining about something she has no authority over. Yeah, that drained a lot of my energy this week, that exchange. Wasn't thrilled with that, but I was honestly kind of proud of myself for standing up to her on that, because she shouldn't be doing that. She has no authority to do that. It's really rude and childish and ridiculous of her to constantly be doing that. Guess this way? Well, it's trees. Is it just trees? It's probably like an oak forest. Where do I need... Do I still need a river like this? No, that looks very bad. None of that is good. I need a lot of, like, gently sloping rivers. Not this thing. This isn't helpful. Sure, you know what? I'm gonna have these two connect. Why not? Oh, another mystery tile. Ooh, you want exactly 3 fields, huh? Well, I have good news for you. Part of me kind of just wants to connect all of the, like right-angle train tracks, like, off into infinity from here. It's just like the one place they go unless I actually need them for something. And so up there, and I need 6+ over here. What if I started building a forest over to connect to this thing? Would that be any good? Boss has been working on this for a while. Instead of giving you a coworker which they've been promising for 4 years, they just blew up your department. Yeah, I mean, it doesn't seem like a great solution. Your workload increased with 4 new services. People really angry. Company-wide pay raise. Oh, you guys get company-wide pay raises. That's novel. That's really interesting. When my coworker put in her 2 weeks notice, my boss kind of not so subtly nudged her to make a comment in her exit interview that they don't pay us enough. Which, you know, I do respect that. I definitely have problems with management at basically all levels of my company. But I will say that my boss has always been trying to get more money for it. She hasn't had much ability to do it, which is unfortunate. But, I do respect the fact that she cares enough to, like, try and make some difference there. Yeah, I mean, I don't need this. I still need something there that I will continue to forget that I need, so this goes here. Field. Yeah, that's the one. So, it might soon be time to try and close off this field. It means I don't want to do that? I want to close this off too, though, don't I? Doesn't really help anything. This seems especially helpful, to be honest. Hey, look at that! That's actually a really good fit. It does almost nothing for me, but it looks really good. Oh yeah, I hear that, Demolition. Want to quit but insurance? I mean, that's like basically what America is based on. which sucks the maximum. Very bad. Oh wow, these still aren't connected, so if I connect them with this tile, it's too many for this quest. That's really stupid. I don't know, man. Do not know. Oh, another hidden tile. Look at how close together these hidden tiles are. It'd be really funny if they were the same type of mission. Sure, I guess. Sure, I guess. Just put this tile? First time that's happened today. Wow. Alright. Yeah, okay. That's too many? Oh, you need 2 now. Yeah, that's fair. It's kind of fair. But what if everything you wanted came in a rocket can, you know? You know what I'm saying? Picking up what I'm putting down. More there. That's pretty good. Great rivers. You, in theory, need to do this at some point. Now that I'm thinking about this, this plan that I had a while ago doesn't make any sense. Why would I need a train station here? I mean, that damage is already done. But why would I do that? This I feel like I might be able to make use of somewhere up here. Sure, I guess. Well, this house should be helpful in that I want to connect exactly 2 houses somewhere. I mean, I guess? Doesn't look great. There's gotta be someplace for this tile. It's a good time. I could put it there. There's a reasonably good chance I could make that into a perfect tile. Need like some kind of lakey thing. Better place? I feel like there might not be. I feel like that might. Oh, hang on. Oh. Like keeping a consistent perspective, it helps me track stuff. Found it. That's the tile. It's weird, but it's the one. What? What? I don't know what unlocked that. I don't know what I did. I don't know why putting that one tree down gave me Beaver Lodge, which I mean, I have to assume that's a new addition. I've never seen that before. I wonder if the beavers make cow noises. This probably would have been added at the same time as those, like, weird fractional lake tiles. That seems to make a lot of sense. I wonder why they chose, like Beaver Dam, specifically. It's an interesting choice. The most common animal in the world. I don't know what's happening over here, so I'm just gonna keep connecting random bodies of water together. No idea where I want this to go. You fixed your GPU? That's great, Alcadius. Congratulations. Now it's stable. That's a quality that you want your GPU to have. I don't know where this goes. I know that I want this to just be like her tracks into oblivion. You know what? I think I'm gonna put this here. This actually doesn't really do anything. It kind of makes it so that this is like the train station for this town I'm making over here. So it's like cute in my head. It doesn't really do anything. I don't have a good place for that right now, to be honest. Yeah, I was actually doing really well points-wise this game. But I am doing, like, mediocre. I've also been playing extremely slowly. Just fine. Something's making rooster noises. Yeah, that could be anything. The game is just messing with me at this point. It's almost as inscrutable as Inscription, which we'll be trying to finish tomorrow. I'm led to believe finishing it might be a thing that could happen. This is a disaster. Like, whatever this is. Sure. Sure, pal. Sure, buddy. I still need you over here, right? Okay. You know, they really must have turned down the rate at which, like, single fields spawn. I feel like it happens, like, way less than it used to, which is good, because I genuinely feel like it was happening, like, way too much. How do we feel about this here? I kind of feel like I want to hold out for, like, one of those, like, fractional lake tiles that will make a better shape here. Kind of a weird, like, bulbousy thing here. You like it? Majority of the fight with that map. I don't know how much of that map I'm expected to explore, or if it is as big as... or if it's, like, equivalent in size to the previous map that we had to walk through. I'm gonna have a lot to say about that game tomorrow. One thing I really do want to say is, like... I was having a bad day last week. Definitely feel like I overreacted some amount with my frustration. But I do also genuinely feel like there's some pretty valid frustration. I mean, yeah, like, we're definitely angling to... like, I want to finish off... I want to, like, cap off this field. I also want to cap off this field. I've been waiting for a single house that looks like is coming up, even though it's going to look gross. Haven't been seeing a ton of trees lately. Like, I'm still mostly working towards the quest. I don't think I've reached the point with most of them that I have been in a position to just, like, burn a tile that I haven't done. It is, as expected, exactly the previous map. Cool, 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 cool. Does this do anything? Does this... oh, actually, that kind of does something. That actually kind of does something, remarkably. Shocking. Yeah, single house. Better place to put it? No, I mean, that's pretty much it. One quest down. Need like a billion more houses. Probably isn't gonna happen. Trees. I have two options. I can try and build towards this quest, which I want to do, but I need 61 trees to finish this, and that's like mostly plausible. Not guaranteed, but it should be plausible. Really hate this forest. It's so bad. No, I should have handled that better. Like, I want to be above the level of frustration that was achieved during that Inscription stream, and it was just a last straw thing is the problem. Like, I am genuinely annoyed with that section of the game. Like, I don't want to go too far into it, because, like, I feel like I will be talking about it a lot tomorrow. But, like, there are things about that section of the game that I think are just, like, bafflingly weird, and, like, just, like, not a way you would, like, design normal progression in a game. And I know the game doesn't itself have normal progression, but, like, it just feels like maybe obviously don't make the game mostly worse after it got better. Like, it just feels weird to me. But, like, it was not how I wanted that to... Yay. Now the boat can come here. Look at this horrible train station I've made. Look at how bad it is. There's only, like, one side of this that isn't touching some, like, really restrictive part of the map. There's 4 railroads and 1 river. Someday the boat and the train might meet now. Okay, so this is an unhelpful tile. I do not want this tile. It does nothing good for me. Ah, you know what it could do? Build towards this mystery tile. Nothing else. That is... nothing. Ooh, wait, does this work the way I want it to? It doesn't. Doesn't do that. I can work with this, but I don't like it. Thanks for watching. I will say it's perhaps even a lower turnout than I expected, but I'm glad that at least a few people have come here and hopefully gotten something out of this experiment. Just really not getting tiles that help close things off. So I'm better off. There was definitely a period of time where I was considering not streaming at all today, which is generally an indicator that things in my life aren't going particularly well. But sort of already leaning towards Dorfromantik, and Dorfromantik is kind of like not streaming, because it's mostly just me talking to myself, regardless of who's here. So, like, I figured, might as well. Okay. What can I do with that? See, I could do this, but then it ruins the thing I want to do, which is make just like a horrible, nauseating snake trail. It's very kind of you to say, Demolition. I like to think that I'm able to improve someone's Friday with my streams. I had some really good momentum there for a while, trying to, like, add improvements to the stream, and I would like to keep doing that, but I feel like I'm really going to struggle to make much leeway before the end of the year. There's some stuff that's exciting to me I've been holding off on doing until I had, you know, an impressive stream situation I'm thinking of doing for next year. Thinking a lot about that recently and things I would like to do for next year. And the problem is, I'm really better off using this here. I mean, I guess what I could do is just like this. It still adds to the train track count. Oh, good. Look at all those... Look at that extremely plausible amount of trees. I mean, at least it helps with the quest that is ongoing. I feel like they tweaked a lot of tiles, not in, like, major ways, but, like, it feels like spawn rates for stuff have shifted. And a lot of them, I think, are for the better, but trees have become a real struggle for Vasco. really just want to close off these fields, but I just keep getting, like, fields that branch in multiple directions. I can put that there. Get a perfect tile. I think once I finish this quest, if I do, this forest one, I'm going to start using any additional trees. Oh, there we go. Didn't think that was going to be enough. I think we'll start using additional trees to build over to this, because I don't think... How many more do I need? Well, it's at a point where I would get more for closing it off, although I've made that quite difficult on myself. I would need 117? I think I honestly have a slightly better chance of finishing a quest over here if I hit it, but not like a lot better. Like, pretty similar. I could just jam this here. It does count as another train track. And it doesn't cramp my style at all. So yeah, I'll just jam that there. Good. More extremely weird rivers. Oh my gosh. It's just too much water. At a certain point, I think it's just too wet here. God, that's not helping. Look at how not helping that is. Ugh. 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 I totally hear you, Demolition. I mean, like, streaming is the best thing I could think to do to help people who aren't here. I know how stupid that sounds, but, like, I don't know. My strengths have never been in, like, tangible, productive things. My strengths have always been in, like, trying to be empathetic and trying to be funny and things like that, which do sort of translate through the medium of stream. But I get it. It's hard. You want to be able to do more for people, and life definitely does not make that easy. But I really do genuinely just appreciate you being here. Game is just full of weird noises now, huh? No. It doesn't do what I want it to do. Ugh. Fine. Killing me with these ridiculous fields. Oh, that's right. I was using them for this. Oh, good, another railroad, huh? Well, I guess I can use that. I got some tiles. Barn. It's not an actual barnyard tile that I've missed, right? I don't think I had one unlocked. The closest thing I could think of is the silo. And some of the houses look like them, but... Is there a real barnyard? What is this tile? What is this? Okay, how many... Let's... In order to close off this field and get 10 tiles, I need 1, 2, 3, 4, right? It's just those 4. I think I have... Oh, actually, this is... Oh, that's really good. I just need any blank edge and that becomes a perfect tile. Oh, it's like 7 perfect tiles. Oh, goodness. I mean, these days I've been experiencing a lot of psychological just like struggle just from the concept of like being able to like travel and see people, because like just like you, Devilish, a lot of people that I know are like quite far away, and you know, like some of my very best friends I haven't seen in person. It's like over a year before the pandemic started. And I'm like, when is a point in time when like that sufficiently improves that I can imagine going on a plane again? There's a lot of talk online of the big Magic event this weekend, GP Vegas, and I see like lots of photos of people talking about traveling. I'm like, I still don't understand how. I don't understand humanity. I just don't get it. I know that like I skew very far on the like be cautious side of things, but like I don't get it. I can't comprehend whatever you all have going on over there. Figurative barnyard. Okay, that is what I had figured. But like now there's like beaver dams, so like I don't know. So, I mean, the bright side of this is that I have made a really big continuous wall. Was that what it was? No, because I needed it 60 for the ocean. What was the thing that unlocked the beaver dam? These are all literally the same quests I had. What did that? What caused that to happen? Now, the likelihood of me hitting 60 here is not so good. The condition is not so good. Ooh, could this... I think this is the best I can do. It caps off one of the fields and is forest that could potentially connect to the forest if I live long enough to try and do this quest. Yeah, there's so much river here. I don't know if this is the longest continuous, like, river segment I've ever made, but it kind of feels like it. But, like, I don't know if that could have been the thing that unlocked the beaver dam, just because the next quest in line seemed to be this one, which I'm still only, like, 2/3 done. Ding ding. We're getting there. I don't know why I said that, like, vaguely threateningly. We're getting there! He did a Halloween update with many animals? Well, that explains all the barnyard noises. Hey, you know what? That's not bad. That's a 50-pointer. And connecting that tree there gave me another perfect time. So I need to finish that water quest I added? 7? Maybe 7. That's actually probably better. Ooh, no wait, I put a thing there. No, I should add this to the other water. Sure. The lake tiles feel a little weird to me. Okay. We gotta start torching the world. So let's... that off. I like the... I think this is relatively new. It turns like reddish orange when you get close to the end there. Tap that off too. Oh, maybe... I don't think there's enough tiles left to try and close off this miserable forest I created. Yeah, I think the best I could do is this. Also trees. Also trees. Is that not gonna connect? It really doesn't. It really doesn't connect. That's so rude. that one's not getting done. I've miscalculated terribly. Just really hate how that looks. N95, and we're in first class with TSA pre-check. I mean, that's probably about as much as you could do, Demolition. And sorry, I didn't mean to be... I mean, like, more than just getting on a plane, because I know that there's lots of people who need to travel for various reasons. There's all sorts of things that would require you to travel. But, like, the notion of, like, travel itself makes me, like, a little bit anxious, just because, like, it is, like, a relatively high-risk thing. But, like, also then, like, this enormous Magic the Gathering, it's a lot. Like, as I've said, maybe not on stream, but, like, I've definitely said in the not-too-distant past, like a normal small-scale, like, Magic tournament is, like, already kind of, like, a hotbed for just, like, germs on a normal day. So, like, the notion of people being like, let's go to a convention center in Las Vegas during a pandemic. With people, like, clearly traveling from, like, all over the country, if not further. Like... It's the only thing I have to say. Yeah. I'm sorry you missed out on, Emerald City Comic Con, but I feel like that might have been the right choice. It's so hard to say, Demolition. Hey, Top Hat, how are you doing? I was just thinking about you the other day. Your birthday's coming up. Preemptive happy birthday to you, Top Hat. Chromecast decided it hates me. That sounds right. The feeling is mostly mutual. I haven't actually tried using Chromecast much, but I haven't had much success with it. Thank you for giving a sub to, this is Top Hat Demolition. Congratulations, Top Hat. Enjoy this thing. Since the last time you've been here, I've added lots of annoying widgets and doodads. You might appreciate some of these weird, terrible noises.
Sir?
Sir? Chat, can I get some sirs? Can I get some sirs for Top Hat? I feel like you would enjoy. Actually, make whatever annoying noise you want right now. Just show them all off. Just do whatever you want. Alright, so, like, how do I actually accomplish anything? I need to cap off 3 things here. Yeah, we're just gonna start jamming these. It's 3 here. How many is it down here? 2 or 3? It's 2. Start here. Oop.
Babe? Sir?
So many annoying noises. I've started incorporating annoying noises from games,
Sir?
like weird video games we've played. Mostly tried to do memorable things, but also just clearly some weird nonsense. I have yet to see anyone comment on YouTube about the addition of all these sound effects recently. I wonder how people feel about this on YouTube. I feel like they would like them less than watching live. It's my guess.
Sir?
So...
Sir?
How do, the Sir is new. How do we feel about Sir? Do we feel like Sir needs to be multiple Sirs? The problem with getting multiple Sirs... Well, no, I guess I could get individual Sirs and stitch them together. I've made the ability to do that really difficult on myself. Actually, no, I might be able to reverse engineer that. Should be possible. Anything from, Bone Town? No, nothing currently from that game. I don't remember if that game had any, like, especially good quotes or bad sound effects. We were recently playing, both Sir and Babe are from 12 Minutes, which is a game that has, like, James McAvoy, Daisy Ridley, and Willem Dafoe in it. And it's just hot garbage. Top hat. I don't know if you, like, know anything about that game. It feels like a game you might have, like, considered playing at some point. It's so bad. I didn't even actually have that, like, I wanted it to be good. I didn't have extremely high expectations, but, like, oh my god. Like, it's so bad. It just turned out to be very bad, is all. Yes. Technically, we could do like that. Ooh. Is this the one? Look, we did it! We found the tile that belongs here. Alright, I've made bad tree choices. Oh, right, these aren't actually connected. Ugh, bad tree choices. So if I connected that, like, here, what would that look? Slightly more plausible? You know, I never even played Humankind, but I remember people not being happy with that one. Let's do this. Wait, why did I put this here? Can I do that? This is a mistake. Maybe I get more prizes. This is so close to doable? Yeah, I would have to do it this way. Let's stick this up here. Then I need these. I have mixed feelings about these weird misshapen lake tiles. Okay. River keeps going north. Oh, this one wants exactly 10 water tiles? Get dumpstered. SimCity sure has changed. I mean, we definitely have some SimCity vibes here for sure. It just immediately, it's pretty good. It connects with the trees, like the Lorax. Yeah, give me those delicious tiles. And I want this, because if I put this here, it completes like 4 quests. That should be how this works. Wait for it. Wait, what is connected here? Oh, I missed one. Dang it! This should complete 3 quests. There it is. That's the one. Yeah, you like this little, almost Egyptian Ankh thing? Oh man, I posted in the Discord this week. There's a guy. There's Yu-Gi-Oh! The anime, and then there's Yu-Gi-Oh! The abridged series, which was like a comedic parody of Yu-Gi-Oh! The anime. And now there's like a guy who's like actually just literally abridging Yu-Gi-Oh! And so he's like taking entire episodes and editing them down to like the most important like 2 minutes. And as part of that, he like made sure to edit in one of the most commonly used phrases on the show is Egyptian god cards. which is just like an important plot point in the show, but like you don't think about just how often it's spoken until it's edited together. And he made videos for like how often it's said in like each season of the series. It's just really upsetting. It's just so bad. Egyptian god cards, Egyptian god cards, Egyptian god cards! For just minutes. Blade needs a canal boat taxi service. Well, I'll tell you what. I take it you haven't seen this particular game before, Top Half. It is possible to get both boat and train. Please come out of that. There it is. Ding ding. Demolition asks if I've ever played City Skylines. No, I've seen some amount of it played, but I have not myself played it. I'm not usually huge on sim games myself. I liked The Sims. I haven't played a ton outside of that. What about Boat Train? Well, the closest thing I did briefly, maybe someone has a clip of it. I don't remember if we clipped it. There was one time where I had a glitch where, like, this tile that I have right now is called the water train station, and you can use it to bridge, like, bodies of water together with train tracks. And there was, like, one time where, like, I think it was that we got a boat caught between, like, two of these, and so, like, it made a little, like, train track connection between the two of them, and there was just, like, a boat, like, sort of, like, hovering on it. So, like, that's probably the closest you're gonna get to Boat Train, although the fact that the water train station exists in and of itself is pretty close. I definitely need to connect this somewhere to this horrid waterway I've created, just because 2 more waterways and I get a free sandwich or whatever. This, and then... some more tiles for me. What? All these trees. Probably not in that miserable forest I created. But in this miserable forest I created. Ah, there you go. Demolition found it. Thank you for that, Demolition. Grandma Hoagies gave you a free sandwich on your birthday. That's rad, Top Hat. I'm not familiar with that. Is that a local place? I'm so far removed from, like, local stuff around there. What have I been doing with these tiles? Okay, that's pretty cool. I really don't need, like, another tree quest. I have several. Maybe I can, like... Maybe I can, like, that? Is this? No, I need a different... I need a more different thing. Oh my gosh, just... ugh. Connected? Oh, I must have... Yeah. I think I know what I did. I know what I did. Sure. 2 favorite sandwiches have fun Italian stereotype names. I mean, I feel like sandwiches are one of the last great bastions of, like, it being okay to say something that's, like... stereotypical and it's still seeming whimsical instead of upsetting, right? I genuinely feel like that's kind of true. There's a few other things, but it's like, it's a short list and sandwiches are on there. Whacked chicken. Forget about it. It must be a sandwich, right? Like that. I feel maybe not at this particular location, but I feel like that must exist. I did the sombrero hat birthday thing at the Mexican restaurant your old office used to go to. Not sure I've ever actually seen that specific one implemented on Earth. Only in The Emperor's New Groove, in which it's very good. And I can think of one other fictional instance of Mexican-themed birthday surprise, but it would be a spoiler for a game that I would like to play on stream. And I definitely don't want to spoil it. What am I doing? What am I doing with my life? Chat, can we talk about my life and what I'm doing with it? It's all trees. All the secrets are trees. It's just trees, all of it. It's like legitimately one of my favorite... That would be a spoiler to say that. I like The Thing a lot. It's very good. I think I want to do that. That doesn't help. That doesn't help. And none of that's available. I mean, it connects the trees. I don't know, man. None of this seems good. Kind of close to a perfect tile, which would be good. Plans for Thanksgiving? That's my mom. No. I mean, have Thanksgiving. We usually keep it pretty low-key. My mom will spend an inordinate amount of time making food for everyone, of course, because she is an excellent host by nature. We will probably watch, like, the Thanksgiving Day parade in the morning. Most years, as my coworker would call it, pre-panini, we would go to the theaters to see a movie. I suspect that's unlikely to happen, but I haven't had any specific conversation about that. There are a bunch of other movies available to watch in the world that don't require one to go to a theater, and I feel it is more likely that we would do something along those lines. And then, I don't know, that's most of it, I would say. I hate when I get a tile that I just, like, really am not digging, because then I'm just, like, looking all over the map and, like, not making any decisions. We have a bunch of tiles now. That's really close. I don't know. Yeah, it's that one. I've given up on this. Seems good. Ah, good. More tiles. More tiles. Nom 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 nom. Well, that's really close to what I want it to be. Where can put one house for value? He asked, in a fashion most rhetorical. Oh, look how close that is to what I want it to be. Could the trees just shift a little bit? Get the credit? Trees? Could that happen? No. No. I swear I heard a person just go, "Aww." That one wasn't even an animal. This game is definitely messing with me. Sure, man. Oh, that's a lot of trees. That's a lot of trees. Do I have a place that needs, like, half trees? I did at one point, but I think I filled that in. Really no way to make this work the way I want it. On the other hand, it's pretty good. Oh, you know, if there is, I think there is feasibly a tile that makes this perfect. I haven't seen one in a hot second, so I don't know if we'll get one. We can hope. Yeah, I finished one of those things. Hold on, I'm sorry. The name of the restaurant was Social Sombrero? That's very self-aware or something? It's not a bad name. What did I do here? What is this? Yeah. Dude, none of this is good. Better than the antisocial sombrero. You know what the antisocial sombrero is? There's a restaurant chain, I think it's just called Dick's. I think it's just called Dick's, and the whole thing is that they're, like, mean to you. Isn't the restaurant you go to where they treat you bad and they have cheap drinks? It's just called Dick's, and it's a terrible concept. I don't know why we have it. They, like, literally... Like, my brother's gone there. And I've, like, passed one. There's one in the hotel that my family normally stays in when we visit Vegas, you know, pre-Panini. And, like, they, like, give you, like, a weird paper hat, and they'll, like, write an insult on it. They just, like, insult you, and then write it on your head, and then you wear it. It's just, it seems like a bad time, man. $30 to Gryffindor. Boom. Wait, can I? No, there's no way this does anything. Yeah. Okay. In their demolition, and when you went there as a 12-year-old, you tried the free if you eat everything 2-pound burger, and mostly got done and was told fries too. Oof. I'm a little surprised that your parents would let you do that, just because that sounds like that's gonna be a disaster. That's one of those... I feel like that's one of those things that in, like, a... What's a more contemporary example than, like, the Wonder Years? Because that's the only thing coming to mind. One of those, like, fictional things where someone is sort of, like, reflecting back on their childhood. Like, as the kid, you're like, oh, yeah, I'll get a whole free burger by eating a burger, which is exactly what I want to do. And then, like, they have, like, a flashback to doing it. It's just, like, the worst thing that's ever happened to them. It's like, yeah, no, that tracks. That seems correct. This chain of fields here is, like, one of my favorite things on the map. Just like quietly one of the best things on the map. It was, I've mentioned a couple times recently that I've been watching through Brooklyn Nine-Nine, and I forget what the context was. I think someone was, like, trying to, like, call out the Andy Samberg character for, like, looking like a cop, and he's like, I won this hoodie for eating a giant pizza! For some reason, that was just really funny to me. Has anyone actually successfully eaten one of those, like, eat the whole monstrous thing and get it free? Like, I know people have done it. Has anyone here done it? This is just a mess up here, man. What am I doing with my life? How did I get here? The end of every run of Dorfromantik makes me extremely existential in a completely nonsensical fashion. Aha! Been waiting for a girl like you. Perfect tile. You did, but it wasn't one of the ones for free. What was the big thing you ate? Want this for the houses? Is there actually a place where the houses and trees overlap? No, but close. But close. Hey. It was called the Hindenburger? I can see why you wanted to eat that, Top Hat. That's a very good name. And also, I presume at least on some level it looked good. Gosh, that's a good name. I really love a good name, man. I love a well-marketed whatever. Actually, I really... This whole thing, we have a train, like, following... This is a good area. Don't look further to the west, because this river's a disaster. If you were alone and not trying to lose weight, you would have tried the burrito. How big was the $35 burrito? I think you mentioned the price. I don't know. I didn't clock how big it was. Oh, that's pretty good. £3. Not a burrito. That's what I want. All I want is something different, but that's the one. That's what I want. This is the most absolutely useless series of railways. Yeah, what this? I should probably... I think I can do this. Yeah! That looks better. I was really concerned I wasn't going to pull that out. But look, it looks... okay. It looks okay. I haven't had any quest fields in a long time. But I haven't had any particular thing to be doing. I have this, and I have this. And you know what? The thing I'm going to do is try and connect the two. That's pretty good. Ah, that's better. That's better. $103. Woohoo! That says, let's see. used to regularly eat the biggest burger at Cheeseburger. You put your name on the wall. I didn't have to write it down after the first time. It was just the one you ordered. I feel like if you ate it enough times, though, you should get, like, your own corner. Be like, this is how many times I did it. And then if you did that enough times, like if you filled a whole corner of columns of it or something, then you should get some additional prize. That was much later than I thought it was. The last time I looked at the clock, it was almost an hour ago. That's the one, probably. Name the bathroom after you. That's... Yeah, man, I'd be down for that. I feel like I would love the idea of making people go into a bathroom named after me. It'd be super uncomfortable. I'd be so excited about that, because I really like making people uncomfortable. See, now we're in the terrible tree feedback loop, which is a problem that this game has always had. Okay. I'm just tossing stuff at the wall now. I mean, he's just like, don't really do anything right now. No point in doing anything other than this weird thing I'm doing. A third train? Game you should have. You should do it more often. No, it wants to be a really small train. I do have a place I could put that. Not here. It would sort of, kind of ruin the feel. No. There we go. This train is an island. No man is an island, but that train is an island. So, oh, look. Look at it. Oh, look at it. It's so good. Instant perfect tile. Didn't think that one was gonna come together. Boy, I sure am making this difficult. Yeah, like a million trees. I totally get it. I understand. I need water down here. Fair tile. Is that considered an entire new type of tile? I think it's a bore. I think it's a bore. That's a quick. How many endpoints does this have? I really pared this down over time. Get like 10 tiles by placing 2. Let's hedge a little bit. A small amount. Oh yeah, I forgot this is horrible because I did a bad job. That will happen. How about... Oh, okay. Sure. I'm gonna... So basically... Oh no. I would need... Oh, no. I need a train track. I'm doomed. Oh my... Look how close I am to this. Whoa. That's alarming. That's a thing I didn't know. Top Hat says boars suck. They destroy ecosystems. Huh. Is that like everywhere or certain ecosystems? God, that looks terrible. Alright, so if I attach one river here, then I will at least complete Ocean 3, which I think will give me a new color of boat! Sorry, that was very loud. But like a new color of boat, don't you see? Oh, I just did a bad job. That's also like totally connected to that, huh? Yeah, man, whatever. I mean, it's unfortunate because it would have been nice to put water stuff here, but I feel like I get more benefit from finishing Ocean 3. Oh, wait. This is finally a good spot for this. Oh. Thought that would fit there. No, I need a straight piece. Well, in that case, I shall endeavor complete this quest as well. I don't really have a lot of, like, flag-type tiles, right? At this point, I'm more trying to, like, finish impossible quests that will never get done. So, with that in mind, patch this up? No, I still need a train track, though. If I see a train track, I could spew stuff over there to close off the remaining two. I think I should probably do this. Might be wild pigs that do that, or both. I get introduced. Well, yeah, I mean, anytime you introduce like a foreign species, there's always some risk. I still haven't heard that about boars or pigs in particular, though. Stop playing this game soon, but I will probably have to, so it'll work out. It's like, I don't even... And it's like mostly stopped working at this point in this particular day. Yeah, why not? Ironsides intensifies. Yeah, get out of here with your ridiculous house requirements, you dingo. Okay. That's exactly where I wanted to go. This will be fine. I want this to be nicer, but still get me several tiles. There. Ooh, a train track. Okay, that's something. Gosh. So many quests that cannot be done. So many. All these houses. All these houses, my friends. I think that was probably the best way to do that. These quests I can't get done. You considered hiring an adventurers guild? The economy just doesn't seem to support it, you know? I was totally gonna just slam this in like the worst possible place. which is anywhere but here. But now I can get 10 tiles by doing this. Nope, missed one. Where is it? Where's the other one? Where's the other one? Wow, I am not seeing it. Oh, it's here. It's here. Found it. You looked up the board thing to see what damage they do, and it says it basically says everything. Okay, well, can't dispute that, I suppose. Listen, I don't know what the railroad is doing here, but it sure is doing it, huh? Oh, I need 2 houses specifically. That might be difficult. Okay. No, I want a straight one for that. Sure. Oh, yeah. Boat! Pink boat! Pink boat. Pink boat, everyone. Not gonna get those houses, most probably not. Where's the one? What's the one I want? This one. Destroyed. Ruined. This feels nothing for me, man. Completely blank tile. Oh, there's gotta be a space for that. I found it. It's literally here. Oh, I got many tiles for that. So based on your theory, Top Hat, you suspect that if we unlock this random board tile for our tile pile, then it's gonna ruin our whole ecosystem, and there's some, like, weird fail state for this game? I could see that happening. Oh, man. Okay. Oh, wait a minute. I can use this. Very bad. It's not good at all. How about this one? That's some pretty good points there. Secret ending. You connect the board tile to everything, and all of your tiles just turn to board. I really don't want poopy boat trains. That sounds like either like a really good jazz musician or like a reason to close a water park. Pretty much equal odds, maybe. A purpose for fields, maybe. I really should not still be playing this game. At some point, I need to stop playing the game. I really do. This is important. Oh, perfect. That's what you named your water park? I'm not sure that was a good idea. It's a combination of my luggage. More tiles. At some point, this really needs to end. Ooh, I need 5? Oh, right. Ooh, is that a problem? I mean, it's not good. So... I feel like I'm much better off, like, not doing that. Demolition, you have this game, right? I hope you have this game. It's only $9.99 on Steam. I mean, high score after 12 hours. I don't think... I think my high score is currently almost 20,000. I don't think I could get there. I'm not on this game, Demolition. It's like $10 on Steam. I think I should not do this. It means I guess I should put this here? Trees... Least. No, I have quests up here. Wet tile. This one is wet. I don't know why I put this here. It doesn't do anything. It won't accomplish anything. I think I have any water quests, right? There's a secret Squirtle at the end tonight? Yes! There always is. Lack of DR has been fixed on your end. Good, Demolition, good. Although I listened to so much Glass Cannon podcast, I was like, what damage reduction even applies in this situation? Wait, hey, chat, where's the lake go? I want to put the lake somewhere. And then maybe call the stream because it's very late. Where's it go? I mean, I could attach it, like, somewhere around here. Preemptively guess it is behind the most purple thing, whatever that might be. I'll tell you what, Top Hat. I really do need to stop playing this game. So I feel like that's actually a really good incentive for me to, like, not be playing this game. Normally I stream until about 9 Pacific time, and it is rapidly approaching 10 Pacific time. And, I mean, it's the trick of Dorfromantik, right, is you can, like, play it endlessly. We have played, like, one continuous game this entire stream, which is good. I guess it means I'm getting better at the game overall. Also, yes, confirm my current high score is 19,070. And after playing this game, I'm like, how on earth did I ever achieve that score? And it's not a particularly good score on the leaderboard. Currently, my position on the leaderboard is 14,449th. That's not great. But yeah, I mean, it'll save my progress so we can come back to this at some point. I definitely won't remember any of the things going on in this game. But if I'm ever going to do anything ever again for the whole rest of my life, I should probably just, like, not be streaming. So, in order to conclude the stream, we must conduct one final order of business. And that is to locate the secret Squirtle, as previously asked by my friend Top Hat in chat. There is a secret Squirtle, which means that somewhere on the couch behind me, I have hidden a secret Squirtle. If you can see a Squirtle, then that's clearly not a secret. But beyond that, pretty much fair game. Anything you can think of. So that says, he now realizes the most purple thing is probably the Master Ball, which is a bad guess. I mean, there's also these two guys up top, but it would be extremely cheeky of me to hide a Squirtle back there. Now, does it mean I haven't done it? Stick with the most purple guess. I respect it, Top Hat. Any other guesses? I'm gonna enjoy this extremely room temperature apple juice. If you've ever wondered why it is I drink apple juice instead of water when I mostly only drink water outside of the stream, it's because apple juice is still enjoyable at room temperature, whereas water is not. It's very horrible. Eva, Under Vaporeon. Mott's. No. This is Kroger's brand 100% juice apple top hat. It is not a proper name brand. It is a grocery store chain brand that doesn't bother to have an actual product name. It is a well-established quirk of the stream, is the 100% juice apple. Let's take a look. We got some good guesses, I think. But where will it be? By the way, again, I know that no one has ever complained about it, despite it being a problem. But has my voice been cutting out tonight? Because it should be doing it a lot less than it used to be, I think. Liquidated apple, basically, more or less. Okay, let's see. Start on this side of the couch. I guess of under Eva, but really the only thing over there is Power Ranger holding Christmas Groot. This is a wild structure I created over here. But no Squirtle over there. I did, in fact, knock everything over. Don't worry about it. So I guess that behind Pusheen, under Sarah Squirtle, might be the secret Squirtle, but alas, it is just... not just. It is our friend Ceratops, the Triceratops. Someone had mentioned that perhaps it was behind Vaporeon. Back there is a classic Narwhal friend, but not a Squirtle. Oh, and it was Top Hat who guessed that perhaps it was behind the most purple thing on the couch. And you know what? Quite directly behind the Master Ball. It does turn out that behind the pile of Pokeballs, signified by the Master Ball, was the secret Squirtle all along. Congratulations, Top Hat. You did as well, Demolition. Here's the thing. I don't want to be like mean about this, but I don't really know how I'm supposed to handle people making multiple guesses. Because if I grant people multiple guesses, then hypothetically you could just in sequence guess every single place on the couch, right? At one point I had I technically have this set up, but I don't have it activated. That you could lock in a guess and get full credit. Basically, you could spend channel points to like call dibs on a Squirtle spot, and whoever gets that first is the only person who would get a shout out for it. I don't know if that's something people actually want, but it's the only solution I've thought of that addresses that problem. Because it's like, again, I don't want to be mean about it, but like, what am I supposed to do? If you guess everything, then like, it feels like it's against the spirit of guessing. But it is true that both Top Hat and Demolition correctly located the secret Squirtle. Sir? Sir? Is that true, Ice Bunny? I haven't seen that. It has a glitter Pikachu covered in rhinestones. Someone recently sent me a photo of what I think are Halloween Pikachu and Eevee from this year, which I hadn't previously seen, so I'm assuming they're new ones, but I don't know. And it's like Eevee wearing a pumpkin on its head, and like that's the whole thing, which is really funny to me. And like the Pikachu has like this little like jack-o'-lantern with a face carved in it. It's very cute. They're both very good. But yeah, I've been playing Dorfromantik for, I think, let me check, 6 hours? I think I've been going for 6 hours. Not actually true, literally, of course, but I should, I guess I'm gonna upload this stream? I don't know, it's kind of awkward, right? It's true for 4 hours. God, that's literally true, isn't it? Yep, it just hit 4 hours on the live timer. All right, I'm gonna go try and get this stream ready to, yeah, like precisely. Um, yeah, thanks everybody for watching. I appreciate you coming out. I know it's the weekend before a holiday. I will be streaming tomorrow. Inscription. We're gonna plan on finishing that. If you do miss it, I have started getting better about uploading these to YouTube. Whether or not you've seen that, you can check them out there. VODs are always available on my channel as well. And I'll do it for this 4-hour stream. Thanks for being here. Thanks for being you, and I hope to see you all again soon. Whether or not I see you tomorrow, I hope you all have a happy Thanksgiving if you're celebrating it here in the US, or just like a good, normal, solid week, everybody.